Welcome back to the Low Budget LCS. My name is LaChance, and as always, I'm so lucky to be here alongside Ojai Vega. What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going well. Happy to be back. New season of Low Budget LCS. Always, super exciting part of the year. Everything's new. Everybody's 0-0. The future is wide open for all these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. Endless possibilities. We're getting things. Okay, perfect. Of course, listen, wouldn't be the Low Budget LCS if we weren't fixing technical issues immediately. So I might get distracted by some pings that come in here or there, but it looks like things are good to go, and these teams are cooking. Let me see if I can get this draft up, because boy howdy folks, they are whipping through this draft.
They really are. I'm gonna let you pronounce the name of this team.
No, I insist. Please,
even...
after you, Vega. What a poor host.
Yeah, Pill County
be.
Pirates.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take the other one. There we go. I pronounced one. And we'll just split it down the middle.
If you aren't just the most generous and kind person. This looks horrible on stream. How can I fix this?
This is my favorite time of year with you, is that every first stream of the season is you and I figuring out how to use this link.
I gotta say, I do love, one of the many reasons I love casting with you is your just patience with me figuring this out, even though I've been here for a minute. Okay, I think
we've been casting together for like 4 years now.
Holy fucking shit! It has been like 4 years, hasn't it?
That is crazy to think about. That is actually crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's really wild. The ketchup and steak bros, Lunar.
We will find you, Lunar.
We will find
every time
you.
I show up in a chat, this is being spread about me. That I've never said this. I do not like steak or ketchup on steak.
I'm sorry. I think that part of this is my fault. You're just catching a stray here. Listen, Vega deserves to be exonerated. It's propaganda. Right. So it's gonna show the wrong team name. This is part of the back end.
Okay.
So today's match, brought to you by the Low Budget LCS. In Audit League, we have the Pill Country Pirates versus it's on the title of the stream, Kappalongus 2. Don't forget the 2.
Kappalongus 2.
Exactly. But it's gonna say 4G Sports. Hopefully that's fixed. For the next draft, and I'm just gonna shoot them a quick message. But we've got basically. That's it. That's the teams that are gonna be playing right here.
That's true. This was perfect because during this, the draft was completed. So now we have plenty of things to talk about during our little wait for the game to start.
Exactly.
You're a professional, the consummate pro.
That's how they would describe us, surely.
It is not true, Kato. It's not true. I do not like ketchup on steak. LaChance does not like ketchup on steak. I don't think.
No. When I was younger, for sure. I do like
a hamburger steak, maybe. Like a hamburger steak, but that's different.
I just had some ketchup on fries.
Ketchup is great. But not on steak. We do have two pretty interesting drafts. One thing that's happened since I'm not coaching as much anymore and I'm playing the game, my opinion on what is good is drastically changed because now it's whatever I just lost to playing the game. I will say I'm a big Ornn fan. I think Ornn is very good because when I play top lane, I pick Ornn because I'm not very good at top lane, and he's pretty good all the time. Also, if you get behind, he's still Ornn, so it's good. But two interesting drafts. I do believe for Kappalongus 2, they do have Cho'Gath mid. I believe it's going to be in this game. In the Poppy top. So primary damage mostly coming from that Ezreal Sona lane. They're going to want to protect that Ezreal Sona. They got a lot of beefcakes to do it. While on the other side, name of the game, scaling, right? You have the Graves, you have the Corki, the Vigar, the Ornn. You want to stall out in the game. You want to get them to these item points. And then you have a lot of tools for, Jarvan's really the only champion going forward. So, if you can set up kind of that front-to-back team fight where your Vigar is untouched, your Graves is able to power farm through the early game, it's very nice. But yeah, there's my analytical take on these drafts in the beginning.
Vega, you fucking nailed it. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit zoned out because I was doing things in the background. By the way, if Vega's astute observations on these compositions has swayed you to believe that one team will, in fact, triumph over the other, you can show that faith by interacting with the predictions, which have just gone live. Feel free to take those hard-earned channel points and spend those schmeckles in the low-budget LCS casino for the next 10 minutes. So, people have different theories on how long you set the timer for. I set it for 10 minutes. Maybe you'll get a couple minutes at the beginning of the game, but go and gamble. Horizon, what's up, dog? Great job on the Monday cast. I believe we'll be casting tomorrow as well. They say Forge is going to have a much harder time in the late game. Too true. Once again,
I agree with that.
It's Kappalongus, but no one can be faulted for that because it does say Forge on the screen. Vega is quite astute. What a conundrum and salacious statement stated in such an auspicious manner. Well said, Khazad-dûm. Well said.
That's beautiful.
We're going to give you an extra 10 points on your SATs for that statement. Kato asks, what ranks is the Audit League? And that is a great question.
I saw some Emerald, saw some Diamond in there, kind of smattering. But, you would probably know better than I do. But yeah, Snowcane kind of echoing that Emerald, the Diamond-ish.
Yes. Yeah, this is how we are doing these leagues now, I believe, as I am not involved in giving people's point totals. But
Same.
It's we give players point totals, teams end up in a certain range of points, and that determines what league you are in. We've kind of thrown open the doors to say, play with your friends. This is the best system we could kind of get to let people play with their friends. So there is going to be a range all over the place, but the ranks that Vega said are pretty synonymous with this league.
Yeah, and I do, our cast actually of tonight, these two teams are kind of the epitome of kind of what you're talking about, where Pill Country Pirates, they've been in the league a couple, splits now. They are the kind of team where, if you look at their roster, the point spread is very big, but that's because they're just a group of friends who like playing together. They've wanted, you have that group where you have one or two friends who are high rank, and you're like, you know what? Yeah, we'll go play with you in like a tournament, please, you guys put in work. We're going to be here for fun. And on the other side, you do have like a very balanced out, roster on the side of Kappalongus too, and they're very, similar rank. A lot of Emerald to low Diamond players there. So it will be. It's always interesting to see which one of those kind of wins out. But a lot of names in this game. We've seen a ton around the low budget LCS. So really excited to see it.
Yeah, some fan favorites for sure. But yeah, speaking of late game, I mean, I'm a simple man. Whenever I see a Vigar on the stage, I always get really happy because you've got this incredible late game scaling champ. And I will say, I do like the comp that the Pirates put together here. I like their front line. I think Melio's a constantly annoying champion. I think that's always really good, and you've got a combination of great poke damage, frontline tank, and the possibility to start fights and maybe dive a little bit as well. So they've really got the full package. And then on the side of Kappalongus, I think you have a lot of those things as well. But I think you're right. In the waning minutes of a long game, I think you're probably going to lean towards saying that the Pirates have a stronger composition.
Yeah, and one of the best things about it being kind of that week one, there's no scouting. You know what I mean? You're kind of, hey, we can talk as much as we want about the draft. We can talk about the comps, things like that. But really, you never know. It's like this could be like the Cho'Gath mid prodigy. It's just like, oh my gosh, never again will they be allowed to play Cho'Gath mid. It could be just so good. And I do think, if you're looking at the side of Kappalongus, like they're a team that they're going to want to stack dragons in this game, right? They have the Jarvan early. Ezreal Sona is, double ranged. Melio is very good against CC and kind of those engaged champions like Jarvan, but there's a lot of poke that comes out from Ezreal Sona, and Melio's not always best if he is harassed in lane.
Sure.
Cho'Gath, obviously great tool for securing objectives early in the game. So if you're able to get to that soul point and you roll a good soul, there can be a situation where you're making a team with the Vigar Ornn fight, on that soul point, on the soul earlier than they want to with that scaling, right? You're making them group around objectives they'd rather not group around early in the game. And if you can snowball and get that, there are opportunities for this comp to do some very fun things. But like we said, you never know in week one. You never know who, just has the hands, who's just, the comps don't matter. They're just better at playing their favorite champions, So we will see soon.
Yeah, absolutely. You've hit on one of my favorite points, which is that especially early on in the season, you could be watching the game that cements someone's reputation in the league. And that very well may be what happens here tonight. But what I'm hearing is that Kappalongus has to seize the early game, really lean on that bot lane maybe. I mean, they've got a couple of scaling champs to lean on, but we're gonna see that early mid game has to be enthusiastically active from Kappalongus if they're gonna get enough momentum to close this game out before we get to those power points.
Agreed. And I will say, for the side of Pill Country Pirates, which I realize now for like 2 years I've been saying Pill County Pirates. Even on the podcast, that's what I've been saying. So
yeah.
My apologies. It's Pill Country Pirates. You said it earlier, and I was like, oh my god. I've been saying that wrong this entire time. But they don't really have a reliable engage tool outside of Ornold. And you could technically say Cage. So there is the situation of like, early game, you do have essentially 3 lanes that can play with a little bit of freedom. You know what I mean? Like the Cho'Gath largely probably won't get punished unless it's with the Cage, which the mid lane's a shorter lane. It's a little bit harder to punish. Top lane, Poppy is very hard to punish in the 1v1. She can be very annoying into something like Ornn early in the game. But yeah, I do think there's 2 very clear lines for victory here. And also, Mole Drifter is just a really cool name of a Magic card. So there's a little bit of like,
okay, wait, hold on.
A little bit of props there.
Mole Drifter, what is it? Is it a 5 cost?
I think it is,
blue...
right? It's 3 and 2 blue, maybe?
Yeah, 4, right. And then you...
no, 4 and 1 blue. 4 and 1 blue. 4 and 1 blue.
What, discard it, draw 2 cards? Is that Mole Drifter?
When it enters the battlefield, you draw 2 cards, but you can evoke it, I think, for 3? And you can just get to draw... Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, sorry to interrupt your stream of
a classic Magic card. Yeah, so obviously, there's a little bit of, but Egg Boy is also a really good name, so.
Yeah, Egg Boy is a really, really, really good lane. I also like Tempo Melon.
I like that.
Yeah.
Also, Allison is just, when people just have their name, there's something intimidating about just...
Yeah, that's just a first name.
That's just like, I don't know what to do. I just got solo killed by Allison. It's very, it's very good. Like, if you had someone just like, you're playing top lane and the guy's name is just like Mike.
Yeah, then I'm worried.
Yeah, like, oh no.
All right, beautiful, and we are back. Game 1 right away. Druggernaut, who said level 1s are gone, as Druggernaut is in a lot of trouble. Losing about 60% of their health. Ooh, they're gonna, okay, Vega, what do you do here? You lose that much health. You do have teleport. Is it worth the back, or do you try to commit to playing safe in the mid lane? Do you think this back?
I think you have to base in TP. Yeah, so new season, a lot of changes. I will say mid lane is probably the least punishing lane to have this happen to you in, just because it is the shortest lane. You can get back. Obviously, I don't think you can stay in lane there, because you do get chunked under half. You lose pretty much all your priority to Cho'Gath. You kind of in this lane do not ever want to get shoved in heavy by this guy. But new season, minion spawn sooner. There's not as many level 1 shenanigans with invades, but that's pretty much the action you'll see at level 1, right? Hey, there's a small window. You can get a chance with that. And there are home guards now. Well, all the time. So also when you get picked out of lane, it's not that hard to get back and, do things in your lane, which is really nice.
Yeah, absolutely. Vigar has seemed to have gotten back at a pretty appropriate time here. Now, is that Dino Uglesor? This is...
Yeah, that was good.
That's a good one. Nick, I gotta say, the beginning of every season, oftentimes I'm remembering how to cast alongside you. I get everything set up, we get into the game, and then I realize I just haven't actually, even though we've talked about the names, I have not processed all the play names yet. And boy howdy, am I gonna trip.
No, but that's, much like the players who are getting into form and practicing and, getting better. We as casters are similarly getting into form, figuring things out. Folks, top lane here, early priority. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I just got to say, that's how you know Vega's a consummate professional right there. Crafting narrative, immediately brought it back around. Beautiful. But yeah, we've got some poking, some clashing happening up here into the top lane. Ornn out of mana, though, and it looks like Poppy is just really looking for the headbutt angle. They know that they can slam them into that piece of terrain right there, and they're just going to keep weaving in and out of that top side brush, keeping that Ornn on their toes and letting them know, hey, there's a line in the stand, and if you step beyond that, I am going to slam your head through a wall.
Yeah, and this is kind of the unfun position to be in if you are in a top lane like this. They did get the push in as Poppy, so the wave did bounce back to them. You can see this. Ornn is has to get this wave in. Poppy has a great opportunity here to kind of hold this wave, and you see the CS difference already kind of starting to open up. We talked about the early pressure that can be exerted here by the Kappalongus team, that their lanes do have a lot of, ability to play out early, and this is a great example of it. Poppy, will be isolated. Graves not really known for ganking, so there's not a lot of ability for Graves to come up here and really make a huge difference in this lane right now. I thought that was a flash for a second. I was like, huh?
Hold on a
really?
second.
I was like, what? What is happening? Just a little Ezreal for her ass. It's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a lot of that. I gotta say, this Vigar's doing a great job. I've watched them dodge, I believe, 2 or 3 knockups from Cho'Gath. Someone's experienced in dodging skill shots when they understand the methodology of walking forward and not just automatically going back towards their tower. They know, I'm going to step a little bit forward, I'm not going to get knocked up, and then I'll be able to run this.
Yeah, one new change in the season also that a lot of people are going to notice is junglers are heavily incentivized to farm. A lot of the early game things like this, the objectives no longer both spawning at the same time. Trading things on the map feels a lot better. Counter jungling is very good to get EXP and gold leads right now. And opting for a play where you don't get gold in the enemy jungler farms can be bad. Not to say the ganks don't happen. They usually will, but they're almost always going to happen off camp timers. So it's a lot less likely to see someone drop a camp and run and fight something as it is to necessarily see someone be like, I would rather just full clear here. So we've seen both junglers, 40 CS, they're full clearing. Oh!
Wow, look at that. Speaking of flashes, there it is, but Temp Melon, no! Not able to close enough distance there. A flash for a flash, and they weren't able to get the ult off. If they had, that Vigar is gone.
Yes, and I will say notably, Cho'Gath losing flash is a big deal. Vigar losing flash against Jarvan, a lot easier to punish. Jarvan very active. That ult now becomes much better. Graves is here to hover to make sure that everything is okay. Looks like they are pinging onto this dragon right now. An early dragon for Red Side would be huge here. That would be awesome for them to be able to get this, take off a little bit of that tempo. Looks like they are going to call it off, though. They do spot Jarvan on the site plant, thinking better of it. And just like that, the junglers will reset and continue farming.
Yes, indeed. And now this is where we're going to get to learn a little bit about what's important to these teams. We've got this major neutral objective open for business, but we also have a vulnerable mid lane on both sides. So these teams are going to have to make some decisions about what is important to them. And we're seeing both junglers start to group up here on the top side of the map.
Oh.
We have got players on the stage as Poppy comes through with the headbutt. But D for Glash, not too bothered by it. We'll continue to walk into the jungle. The Vygar, though, close to the Jarvan. I know that's not what's on screen right now. We're seeing a little bit of fight here in the bot lane, but yeah, there it is. That's going to be everything dropped onto the Vygar. And first blood will finally go to that Cho'Gath.
Yeah, and that's just how we talked about it. You lose those flashes in the mid lane. Jarvan is one of the best junglers in the game at punishing a flash being gone. And the early game we talked about had to be the point of pressure. That early dragon now getting started up here. They get the first blood in mid, and this is what they have to do. It's scaling against non-scaling. You have to be the team who's pressuring, and Kappalongus up here in the top lane doing a great job keeping Ornn away from this wave, not letting them get up onto it. Down 20 CS now. This is exactly where you want to be if you are on the side of Kappalongus 2. Definitely carrying the spirit of Kappalongus 1, I assume. Something tragic happened to them.
Oh, yes, it's really hard to talk about, and of course, it's really not our place, but our hearts do go out to Kappalongus too. No, absolutely. I mean, this is what team-based games are about, right? Making movements across the map, opening up gaps in your opponent's defense, and that was just a great pick into Dragon, and we're seeing clean fundamentals here from Kappalongus, and now we have to see what the Pirates can do in response. We got a nice little invade that's happening here, and I like to see this because this is just showing that Graves is not deterred. Sometimes teams get pushed on the back foot and they start playing defensive, but I like this attitude out of Graves.
Yeah, and this is what I was talking about, where this is going to be a weird thing that happens in this season. It always has kind of been a thing, but when you do an objective like Dragon, obviously you're doing it because of the major, benefits you get from stacking them. You do get some off the small Dragon, but during that time, we're actually going to have a fight!
Yes, indeed, a flag and drag right onto Graves, but he saved his flash. He didn't panic flash before when Poppy knocked him up. Speaking of, a little bit of kerfuffle here. Uses it to get over the wall, and they are going to cede that second neutral objective to Kappalongus. They are keeping the momentum up.
Yeah. But, prime example, doing objectives doesn't actually net you that much gold in EXP. So at times, you're going to be okay with giving away that first dragon. Graves gets the top side camps. That is a really nice gold and EXP advantage that Graves can kind of etch out there. He has all of his bottom camps to collect now. Will get a little bit of a CS lead, a little bit of an experience lead. But Jarvan, in the meantime, skips, knows his top camp out there. Catches Graves being a little bit greedy on the grubs there. Thankfully, Graves does get one away, so it gets full. But here comes another punish on the mid lane.
Yes, indeed. All the knockups, the silence as well, sparing no expense. Although, not quite so lucky. Oof. Hits him with the thumbs up. Just continuing to punish that early flash. What seemed like Cho'Gath being unable to follow through on the kill on Vygar has produced 2 kills based on the continued aggression by the Kappalongus jungler.
Yeah. Just again, the timer on that flash was literally seconds from being back up. They're able to get that gank off. And this is going to be an AP Cho'Gath, so this is not the full tank Cho'Gath. This is Halo Blades. I'm going to try to kill you when the knockup lands Cho'Gath, which I think is awesome. Mm-hmm. It's very fun to watch. As we do see pings on the mid lane from Graves here. It looks like they do want to try and get a punish back.
Yeah, but that's a pretty thick health bar to cut through, and Tempo Melon knows it as they're simply just going to walk away. They've got, they've got flash. They're just not going to use it because they know they don't need to.
Yeah, and there is no TP on Cho'Gath. It does matter less this season because of the changes. Obviously you get the home guards. Mid lane's a very short lane. It doesn't take that long to run back to mid lane. I've actually heard people say that, there's a little bit of heavy trading down here. 2 enchanters, so health is always deceiving. But as we see, like, good example, Vygar in the mid lane now. You see that wave is just now getting to the tower. Cho'Gath is here. Right. It's very hard to punish in mid lane in this season by chunking someone out. I've heard a lot of people say that their strategy in mid lane is just trade their mana bar out for health and reset whenever they need to. It's a lot less punishing to lose trades in mid lane now. As long as it's not around Vex. With this bot lane, they are just scrapping with each other.
Yes, they
that was
are.
Solma's ult.
No mana, though. Really on anybody down there. So we're down to using summoner spells in the middle of these fights.
Yeah, the gloves are off. It's just a fist fight in the bot lane. There's no magic. Just fist
no,
fight.
Indeed, no magic, but Graves has brought a gun as D on Lash is going to come in, get that slow, force the flash out of the Ezreal. He's continuing to pursue the issue. Sona's going to get out.
Ult!
Oh! Oh my god, a double kill for the Ezreal, and in the top lane, wait a second, will the knockoff do it? There's the freaking damage. Orb nails him with that ult, puts the Pirates on the board. Back-to-back fantastic, similarly shaped ultimates coursing across this map. We've got action.
We love big ultimates. That's awesome. And also for Ornn, that is huge. You've been down in CS this whole lane, kind of getting harassed out, kind of zoned, you know. Ornn sometimes can kind of be that punching bag in top lane. It's like, okay, please let me get to my ornaments. Please let it be Christmas time. Getting that ult propels you. You know what I mean? Now you're right back in this game. You're actually have an EXP lead now. Oh, we do have some fighting here.
Yes, we do, but smites to use. They just finish off that dragon really quick. They've got two now, and everyone's going to disperse.
Yeah, and this game's kind of going. I don't want to say it's obviously, you know, on the side of, you know, Kill Country. You're not loving that you're down early, but you do have that, you know, backline of like, we are scaling. If you're not just saying it as a meme to your Flex Q teammates, you know.
Totally.
You are saying, you know, we do scale. This is fine. We're down 2 dragons, but we kind of knew that, you know, if they played their comp right, that's how it could be. But on the other side, you're feeling good too. You're also playing to your win con. You're saying, hey, we got these early dragons. We're in good shape in our lanes. You know, this next dragon that spawns is going to be a real crux point in the game. This is where you really don't want to let a team get that soul point. Even if you could just delay it for the side of Pill Country, it's huge. But your top laner now is, you know, completed item, is trading well finally in this game. You have a point as Graves to say, like, hey, there's one of my lanes now has some pressure. You know, has a little bit of pushing power.
Yeah, absolutely. Cho'Gath, look at this. Nice, very, very nice. Over the wall. Graves actually stopped his back. They're going to continue this. They do get the flash out of the Cho'Gath. Understandably worried about the Vygar ult. He was getting pretty close to execute health. And yeah, we'll see it. We know Vygar wants some vengeance for what's been going on in these first 10 minutes.
Yeah, no, it looks like a dive bomb.
Oh my god, beautiful, beautiful gank right here. You see the communication coming in from both sides, everything layered perfectly. That Ezreal ult once again slamming into both members of the bot lane, but we have reinforcements coming down. But Jarvan, maybe not at an angle that they thought they would be. Drug or not, does still have a turret to get to, and a flash, but it's into the center of the cage, looking pretty low, but ult's too soon, as Mold Drifter is not low enough to be killed. Now D4Flash has to back off, as damage is getting traded, and now they're in a range where Ezreal has the advantage, and they are gonna get away scot-free.
And Cho'Gath, solo time on the tower here. They roll down, they try to get a play there, but the damage just isn't quite there yet. The Roa tier, Vygar doesn't have the stacks yet to do things. These items are, you know, they'll become super relevant later in the game, but right now, you know, they're times that, you know, buy a time for you. You know, you're building towards things, so that damage just isn't there yet. And beautiful setup for the side of Kappalongus too early in this game to get themselves in a winning position. This third dragon now gets harder and harder and harder for the, you know, the side of Pill Country Pirates to contest. There are shutdowns on the board. Now, I will say this season, I feel like more than other seasons, those shutdowns can get you back in a game really fast, especially when you're a scaling team. So I'd like to see Pill Country Pirates find something on one of these side lanes, find something where they've got a little bit of the advantage with the Ornn, you know, with that long range engage to find something. But looks like it will be the Rift Herald started up here.
Yeah, and Vega, I think you're dead on with talking about the role that this third dragon is going to play in the narrative of this game, of a late game scaling team that, you know, the first game, the first, you know, third of the game, it is all right if it swings in the direction of the team that has a stronger early game. It's a little bit expected, but now is where the hard work's going to have to come in, and you are going to have to reverse the... Oh, there we go! That's going to be a knockup on Soda right there. Goes for another knockup. Cage going to go down. Not in the right position, though, as Ezreal's on the backside here, and Poppy's showing up, gonna remove the front line, and now it's just Shining alone, who's forced to flash over the Jarvan ult, and that is going to be a kill. A hero play there from Poppy, getting rid of some key members in a team fight, and now they're coming back for seconds. A massive 3-man knockup as Jarvan does get into the mix of it. That's a low Vygar. Keep your eye on that mid lane damage that is now gone. Another kill as well, and Chilligan gonna have to use the blast cone to retreat as Kappalongus goes up 9-1 and are just seamlessly shifting into some aggression in the top lane. They see these plates, they see a low health Ornn, and that is just lunch for Cho'Gath as the wins keep on coming for KP2.
Yeah, and I think it's just one of those, they feel like they're giving a little bit too much. They see the Rip Herald go down. They say, we can't let him get another thing for free. Let's play, you know, let's try to get something here maybe. They do get some flashes. They get a little bit hypey over the first damage, but the problem is that was their burst. They don't have any follow-up out of that. They just don't have the items yet. You still have the tier stacking on the Vygar, the tier stacking on the Corki. Ornn doesn't have that first ornament yet, and unfortunately you put yourself in kind of a tough position now for this third dragon. But here's the silver lining, right? They will more than likely be looking to group around this dragon. There are potential for you if you can nab a dragon, or if you can nab a tower, if you can nab one of these side lane objectives away from this dragon. You might be able to get some gold back in your pocket. And Poppy is the really only super tank on the enemy team. You do have Flashless Solna, who does have, you know, a shutdown. There are things you can do to pick and get back in this game, but it definitely will be a massive uphill battle from now.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that fight really just changed the story on what was possible around that third dragon. We just saw them just kind of decide, okay, back-to-back full team fights like that, maybe we can't do it. Even though they've got tools, right? I do think they have the Pirates have a pretty solid team fight if they can find the right angle on it. But as of now, I mean, Kappalongus, they are in the driver's seat. They have come over that hump. They've maintained their momentum. Now that fourth dragon is obviously, they're going to hard commit to that as well. We have to see what the Pirates have in their back pocket.
Yeah, absolutely. This is it's first game of the season. This is where you kind of get your first feel of the competition. Also, maybe you'd been scrimming and maybe you hadn't been getting the best scrims, or you've been practicing a flex, and this is the first time you're playing against like a team that's really, testing you. This is a good chance for you to, hey, let's lock in. We still have this game, here. We do have a scaling comp. It wouldn't be the first time we've seen teams, in a situation like this come back. This top tower is down to its last plate. The shutdown gold on that would be very nice for them to get, but, first step in getting back is making one positive play, right? And that's going to be what Pill Country Pirates is thinking about now.
Yeah, for sure. And compliments to Kappalongus just in terms of communication, priority of objectives. We have seen them seamlessly flow from objective to objective perfectly, and really just have a great handle on what's possible after they get a win. But this could be a nice little pick here. We'll see. Just a fantastic Poppy knockup. Poppy is not going to go quietly into the night, as they're going to make their way back to friendly lines. Reinforcements, and this is kind of what I'm talking about communication-wise. They were able to shift reinforcements over so seamlessly. Poppy finds their way back. And then what could have been a pick is now actually could be just a flat-out team fight where Kappalongus has the gold advantage. Ooh, Shining. I just feel like Shining is in danger around that.
Yes, me too. At any moment, this could be complete danger. I do think also, just to, further shout out the work that's been done by Kappalongus. We were, fully in like the draft stage being like, hey, we really like the red side draft. We really like, the things that go together with Go Ahead Puncher. They have played totally to their win condition,
yes.
Which is like, hey, we had to get this early. We had to get these early dragons. Once we have that, our comp is very good. It's very hard for the enemy team to walk into us and contest these objectives. And they've done that perfectly now. They are in the position you want to be in, and also kind of giving the, hey, we get the champions we want. It doesn't matter if it looks great on paper. We're good at these champions. Like, we know how to play these.
Yes.
It always feels great. You know, first game of the season, being in that position is like the best feeling. You're like, oh, hey, we actually are like pretty decent.
Totally. Yeah, I love seeing teams execute on a clear vision. That is what we're seeing here today from Kappalongus. I'm gonna tab over to gold here and just take a peek inside the pockets of these teams. And boy, yeah, it does look about what you'd expect. That Ezreal and that Cho'Gath are rich AF.
Quite large, quite large. Vega once called ketchup the milk of tomatoes.
I chuckled at that. I really enjoyed that. It's a crazy.
I mean, that
thing
is
to
true.
say.
It's not wrong. I didn't say that, but it's not wrong.
No, I think it's wonderful.
I guess technically by reading it. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. They're fine.
Ill-advised blast gold. Just everybody
Yeah.
walking off. Everybody walking off. Just, you know.
That's all right. It's okay. 50 seconds till this dragon is on the table, and we can see Kappalongus' commitment to this. They are hunting. They're not on the defensive.
gosh.
They're on the
Graves.
offense. Graves, deeper Glash.
They don't have a
hunting
ward
in the
over here,
woods.
so
Okay.
we don't actually know he's there.
No. Very nice. Flag and drag. Tempo Melon trying to go around, cut him off. Even the tanks are not safe from the massive damage coming through. Kappalongus here, and Tempo Melon's going to hold the choke point up there, and that's pretty nice. A flash away, but that's a shutdown into Vigar's pocket. But what will it do in the face of a perfect flag and drag as Muldrifter once again just finds the targets that they need to? A massive 4-person stun. We're starting to see damage come out from Vigar. Deeper Glash doing his best to kite away. The blast code's gonna get him over the wall, and now Shining up front, close and personal with there. Oh, the drive of the flag and drag across what is the thing that looks like Rumble, but it's the Corki. We've got the cage. We've got the kill. Oh my God, the Pirates are coming back. They found a way to get those kills and halt this 4th dragon. This is exactly what needed to happen for the Pirates to be able to stop the absolute onslaught from Kappalongus. And unless Allison steals this dragon.
And I'll tell you right now, I talked about it early in this game. Watch this shutdown, Gold. We are now within 2K in this game. That is how much shutdowns matter in this season. That is a 6,000 gold swing in this game back to the side. And now the scaling matters because the money, you're going to get this mid tower. That's more money that's going to... Oh, actually, you're not going to get this mid tower.
No, you're not. God damn it, I love League of Legends. The comeback potential, it's just always there. And
yeah,
okay, obviously we don't have the technology to replay, but if we just sort of use our imaginations to think back in
theater,
time,
you know, theater of the mind,
the coordination and the wherewithal. Ornn is being chased by 4 members of Kappalongus on the bottom side of that fight. Ornn ults from the direction of the 4 members and then sends the Ornn ult in a completely different direction to knock up the Cho'Gath, who is in the 2v1. And that is so crucial because it does lead to Cho'Gath being killed. And just the presence of mind in the middle of a cluttered team fight, down 8,000 gold for Egg Boy to just know where they need to send. Wow, almost stole that red buff. That was a really good try, Ezreal. Just fantastic. And yeah, here we go. Game almost
1,500 gold
completely
difference.
tied. Yeah.
Vigar on base bought 2 needlessly large rods. He is now ahead of gold of Cho'Gath after that fight, who was down 2K. He's now ahead of gold. And when you're the scaling comp, I mean, now you're like, oh yeah, Vigar got multiple man rotations in that fight. Look at the Graves damage now after that. Multiple man rotations on spells. And as you know, he does get 1 AP for every time he hits an enemy with the spell. So now you have the upgraded Trinity Force, you have the upgraded Sunfire Cave. These ornaments are coming online. Every one of those ornaments is worth about 800 gold in stats. So now you're talking about, hey, that gold lead actually really doesn't exist anymore. It's a pretty even game because with the ornaments and the scaling now, you know, you are a little bit more locked in. But we have seen not to go too far the other way. Kappalongus's coordination in this game up until that fight has been outstanding, and now you are a little bit. Hey, we have to lean forward in our chairs a little bit again. This game. Oh shit. Pill Country Pirates got hands moment. We got we got to lock back in.
And it bought them. It bought the Pirates to win yourself 3 minutes of breathing room, like in the 20 minutes, of a League of Legends game is huge for a late game composition. And just what you're saying of acknowledging because you don't know how much gold they really got from that. You're just kind of, you're kind of guessing. You haven't had another clash of strength. So, Kappalongus really is going to have to lock in, and this is going to be the hard part for them. And if they can pull this off, it will have been an extremely well-earned victory. Because now, if another fight swings the direction of the Pirates, then we're looking at an incredibly steep hill.
Yeah, and I will say, we might see a look here. There are not flashes. Okay, let's do escape here. If anyone here, this is a PSA, if you're playing a game against Vygar and you are unsure how strong he is, hit tab, and if he has a death cap, he is strong. He is going to be very powerful.
Yes.
That is this is the kind of sobering moment for if you're Ezreal in this game, who's been largely ahead the entire game, and you hit tab and you're like, we are even items. We are both 3 items right now.
Yep.
This is, but that doesn't take away, you're still on soul point. You still have Cho'Gath eat for a Baron. You still have map control. All the outers are down. Largely, it's easy for you to push waves and play off vision. You're like that, it still hurts. Yeah. Ezreal still hurts. And Allison still has not died.
Yeah.
Big moment there. But yeah, at this point, it's execution. There's no barrier of you're getting hit with the wallet. It's just execution now.
Huh. People are saying that the stream has frozen. Can you hear us?
A second monitor, and it's working for me.
Okay.
But also...
Well, we're going to keep on going because Corky's in trouble as Shining gets flashed on and killed eventually by the Ezreal. The eat doesn't do it. But the teamwork does in the end. Kappalongus able to bring Corky down. And now that's going to be their key. This is what they've been doing the entire game. Nice teleport from the Poppy here. Just get everybody together. Now they feel like they can go for this Baron, and this is crucial. This is a key point. This is what they need to do to win this game, is to pull off a pick into a big play like this. Let's see what happens.
I like this call.
It's a good one, right? I think they've got the numbers. I think they
have
can pull this
Cho'Gath
off safely. Very nice.
You have Cho'Gath, you have Poppy, who, worst case scenario, you can ult people out of that pit. You put yourself down. You have Baron. There's 3 seconds on soul.
This is exactly what Kappalongus needed. This is exactly what Kappalongus needed. Corky's on their way, but I don't think they get there quick enough in order to stop this. Let's see, though, and in fact, the team might have to just rush into a dangerous position. That's going to be Poppy taking some damage. Oh, Ornn got stunned. They do get the knockup. That's going to knock up quite a few people. Poppy looking quite low. Poppy gets taken out of this fight as Ornn is doing their best in the front line, and Tempo Melon is just slammed against the wall. They're going to get cut down by Corky. Massive damage coming through. Just huge. Actually, I'm not sure that Corky is the person who got that kill, but regardless, the point still stands. The Pirates get in their face, they get the kill, but they've still lost soul. So they need to push hard now.
Yeah, you need to get stuff off this. Now, the plates change that is in this season on intercurrents and things like this. Oh, Zona!
Holy shit. Well, there's not much you can do about that.
Nope. And that will be the turret. They do have a small window here. There's only 2 people alive. They can push another cage lands.
Holy shit. I mean, this is what you've been working towards. They've got power, and they are projecting it perfectly right now. They can take this tower down. Maybe they can even take Inhib. Yeah, I think they could take it. No. Don't listen to me. Always.
They're going to play it safe. Going to play it safe.
Yes.
Which I think is fine. You got a lot of gold off that. I think you put yourself in a good position to where, yes, we gave soul, but we got a ton of gold off of that. And also experience-wise, you're looking pretty good. Level 16 on the Vygar now. We'll see what the bases look like here. That is a complete Banshee's Veil bot for Vygar after that. That's pretty good. Yeah, you're in really good shape now. But the soul is forever. So this poke from Ezreal will live forever. There is still Baron on some of the members. Can they swing back and get anything in return, right? They are 5 strong on the map now. Is there a play to be made here?
Yeah, I mean, oh boy, Cho'Gath has been so good at catching people out like that. I mean, if you get caught by Cage, you could be in trouble. Poppy's probably okay, but we know if any of the squishies get caught by that Cage, you are pretty much gone.
Yeah, at this point in the game, Vygar definitely does enough damage to any non-tank is in that, you are gone. And remember, this was, this Cho'Gath's not full tank, so even Cho'Gath gets, CC'd up for a few seconds. A lot of damage can come through there. Graves has been a farming. He has been, I have not noticed how much farm he has, but Colin Yorick, he digs Graves. Beautiful position to be in this game right now, level 17. And Jarvan, I will say though, of the low econ junglers, Jarvan's probably one of the best. He kind of does his job regardless of what items he has. He can go in and ult, kind of set up that damage, but the onus will be on Ezreal as this game plays out. Ezreal is kind of the big damage dealer in this comp right now, is the one that poke will be so important, playing from range, away from the Vygar, away from the Corki, trying to be able to get them low so that their engage with the Ornn is worse and worse. Does have the items for it. We will see. This tier is a little bit late, but should be fine. It's almost stacked now.
So I mean, the Kappalongus game plan of a pick into an objective has worked well. It's gotten them a lot. As we get into the late game and there is fewer and fewer objectives and the opponents that you're trying to pick are stronger and stronger, right? At a certain point, I mean, everyone is just going to be grouped. So they're gonna have to pull something out and find a way to separate, or just capitalize on a moment, which they've been great at doing. Kappalongus has seized, like, anytime anyone's been a little bit too far up, Kappalongus has been there to grab them. But now if you don't pull it off, you're in a whole hell of a lot of trouble. You're at least losing it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. Unfortunately, I love Snowcane to death in chat. They're one of my favorite people, but and never mind. We do have a fight. Just kidding, Snowcane.
Two people knocked up by Ornn. Look at that Vygar ult. The damage coming through. Sona's completely gone. Ezreal's in a great position. Keep your eyes on them, but they do get stunned by the Cage. Poppy trying to disrupt the Vygar. A whole bunch of chunk of health just gone right there. That's a double kill for the Vygar. Now Poppy's in a lot of trouble as well. That's the triple kill. Vygar hunting. They want more as the rest of the Pirates surge forward off of those 3 kills, pushing down the mid lane. Not much of a wave, but they don't need it because there's no tower. This inhib very well could be theirs. The Ezreal still lives. They've got very powerful poke, but if Ezreal gets caught, that could be the entire game right here. Speaking of the Cage, but very nice. Arcane shifting away just at the right moment, but at a certain point, you gotta stand and fight. The flag and drag, they go in. That's the Ezreal. Oh, perfect coordination. Allison is back up because they were killed so early in the fight, and now you've got an enchanter to help enforce. Ezreal's damage. They're looking so low. They've got the shield. They're keeping going. This fight's not done just yet. That Ornn is looking quite low. Ornn is out of the fight now. Who's coming back here? Is that the Jarvan? Jarvan is back in the fight. Allison.
Cho'Gath is up.
Health. Cho'Gath is up. They stopped the push. They saved the game. Kappalongus is still in it. Oh my god.
This is actually...
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, a slam. Wait, they get the kill. That's 3 kills.
I mean, that's Baron. That's Baron Elder, I think. I think they're going to get this. And I got to say, what I was going to say before that was the Snowcane. I think GA is an awesome build in this game because the next fight is either going to be Elder or Baron. Yep. And so if you're alive as a jungler after that, it is massive. And Poppy is doing wonders right now in the mid lane. Ezreal living, we talked about how important it is for Ezreal to be alive in this comp. Ezreal being able to kite that out for so long and deal so much damage ends up making it to where they're able to do the slow chase down. We talked about it. This Infernal Drake, they have the soul. There's so much added damage with that poke, but we're going to have another fight here, I think.
Yes, we are, and how could you not, Vega, because everything is on the line. This Elder could win the game for Kappalongus. Eggboy is here in the wings.
No E.
No E. The question is, are they going to go for it? It looks like they're making the call to let them have it. The Pirates are deciding that they don't have enough vision. They don't have enough forces in the area. They are just going to let that Elder go. And you called it. That's Elder and Baron for Kappalongus. Vega, I think they got to win off this play. Otherwise, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, this is your window. You have Soul, you're on Elder, you have Baron. This is your pushing chance here. The poke from Ezreal will hurt so bad at this point in the game. This is your, hey, we can poke people down. I'm able to hit Ord. You're able to deal big damage here. You don't have the GA, which is a little bit of a problem, but there's no flash on Vigar. Jarvan Engage gets that much better. If you're able to kill this Vigar, I think team fights are playable.
He went too far. Oh, he goes golden, though. Can the rest of his team back him up? Can he get out of there? I don't think so. He lives for a long, long time, but he does get taken down. Holy shit. I think that's going to be it. We'll see. We'll see what they can do. 5 versus 4. They're going to rip through this tower. They've got Baron empowered minion shining. Does get flashed on. He's going to find some distance, though. They've got to cut through these waves. Baron empowered minions. Kappalongus has every tool they need to end this game. It's just about doing it correctly. They're focusing on this right tower first. They're going to go for a kill. That's the headbutt onto the Graves, who's living for a long time, but Elder is doing its job. Tempo Melon, though, looking quite low. That's another kill. That's the Corki as well. Tempo Melon still alive with basically no health. I cannot believe it. He's going to get the kill on Pad, and Kappalongus does it. A comeback, then a comeback, then a comeback, then a comeback, but Kappalongus comes out on top, and that was game 1 of this best of 3.
That is a great one to wake you up as a first game. First game cast into the season, we get one of those. I couldn't ask for anything more. And that's a great example of both comps kind of playing to what their strength is. But in the end, the lead was a little bit too much. That Soul, even when you give up some random plays and things happen, the Soul is eternal. The value is massive. And in the end, it looked like that. I mean, they were at the Nexus turrets. That looked like it was going to be game the other way. What a game. Drink milk of your choice, though not alcohol. What is there an alcohol milk? Is that a?
I'm sure there is. I'm actually.
Well, I'm gonna chug. I'm gonna get water and I will chug.
Hell yeah. God, reminding me to drink some water as well. Yeah, what an insane first game back. I mean, dear God, they couldn't give us an easy one. No, they didn't want to give us a snooze fest. They said, hey, we're coming out fast. We're coming out furious. Those are my favorite kinds of games, by the way. Just could go either way. Both teams really showing what they got, and I hope both teams are feeling good about that. Even though I know those can be hard games, right? But goddamn, that was fun to watch. Chocolate Buzzball. All right, I've never had a Buzzball. I've seen them all over the place. My God. My goodness. Thank you so much for the follows and the subs. We got a moment here. Let me read them out. The kind people of today. Lunar Day 87, 10-day stream streak says, happy birthday, Vega. We'll have to double back with Vega on that.
It is not my birthday.
And you know what? It doesn't matter. Happy birthday. Whenever it comes around, you deserve it. You deserve a happy birthday. The Bomb CT, thank you so much for being the newest investor in the low-budget LCS. We appreciate you. We will see you at the next board meeting. We're looking for it. Loki coming in with a 20 stream streak, a 20 streak. Are you winning yet? Yes, you absolutely are, Loki. 100%. Kazadoom resubbing for 5 months now. Thank you, Kazadoom. We appreciate it. We promise to use that money responsibly. And yes, the takes 2 for Vega right there. Vega, what'd you get? You grabbed a water?
I grabbed the water. Also, I was just thinking about it while I was away.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Fast and Furious games are your favorite. Do you think you're more of a Fast 5 or more of a Tokyo Drift? Or like, where do you fall on the...
Yeah, I'm a big Tokyo Drift guy.
Gotta say, me too. Gotta say.
I love it. It's great. No, I think the whole...
My partner has never seen it, so that is something on the list to watch.
Oh,
And it's one of those, it's really hard to convince someone to watch it because they're like, I don't want to watch Fast and Furious. And you have to be like, no, Tokyo Drift is actually really cool. Like, it's actually a pretty cool movie.
Yeah. And it's, I pitch it to people. I'm sure you've heard the theory that Fast and Furious is a world with a magical system where as long as you are in a car, you are immortal.
Yes.
So
that is actually
there's a hard magic system.
That is actually, it's a hard magic system. That's beautiful.
It's great. It's a great series. Can't wait for the next installment to come out. And
what are we at now?
It'll be. So I think the last one was 10, but it was a cliffhanger. So I don't know if it's like 10.5 that's coming out or 11. I'll be honest, I don't even know if I'm right if it was 10.
Who knows? We have another game coming up.
Yeah, we do.
What are you got any predictions? Do you think?
I mean, yeah. You know what?
Do you want to share them?
Yeah, you know what? I think I will. I think I will share my prediction.
Yes.
Okay. I think that. I mean, all right. I'm gonna say something dumb and boring, and then I'm gonna take a side. I really think that this could go anyway, right? Like, you've got the two narratives. It just depends on which one feels more true. You had Kappalongus come out so strong in that game 1, but then, like, kind of, their control of the game wavered for 15, 17 minutes, right? It was really, really touch and go there. And Pirates almost closed it out. So you can either say, from that, you can either take, okay, Kappalongus is going to come in hard and fast in game 2, and Pirates is feeling down from losing that first game, and Kappalongus is going to close it out here. Or the other side that you can take is that what the Pirates have learned from this is we're never out, baby. We're never out. We can win these games. We were freaking super close. And I think if the Pirates win game 2, they're going to win game 3. They're going to take the whole series. But it's on Kappalongus to close it out hard and fast here before the Pirates can get the momentum, which we know that they can get after seeing that first game.
All right. I like that. A well-argued position. I'm going to agree with all points. Draft has started.
Oh, good.
You're in the game to start. We have not picked anything yet, but there are some bans coming through Fast and Furious.
Oh, right. I forgot it's the same link because I'm a silly little boy. Let's
I do love. This is one of the best things about Fearless is your bans don't have to change.
Yeah.
Because if something was just like really good last game, you're like, oh, well, okay. I don't have to worry about that again. But Pill Country Pirates are keeping on theme. That is a Jinx lock-in, which means we will see some degree of scaling in this series here. The question now, do you see a Lulu hover on the other side? Do you like Lulu currently in the meta? That is locked in. What will they partner with it will be the question. A lot of options here. A lot of really good champions still in game 2. There's still plenty of things left out there to pick. The world is your oyster. Last game you went with a very aggressive, like harass style bot lane with a ganking jungler. I did like that. Will be a Twitch. Let's go. Twitch Lulu can be very fun. And you do have an AD carry who wants to catch waves, wants to play safe, things like that. If they draft another engaged jungler, this could be very easy setup there. See what they partner with Jinx here. Jinx does need protection. Set is kind of like a bouncer in ways. I assume this is not going to be support, but later in the game, very strong champion at escorting people out of the club. See what else they choose to round out their comp. And thank you, Lunar. I appreciate that. I will take that. Even though I'm not agreeing with it. My thinking is not agreeance.
Another important distinction.
Yes, and Braum. I love Braum here.
Wow. A lot of bodyguards.
Twitch wants to open up the big old ult. Yeah, you got probably the two best bodyguards.
Well, you've sort of shown, you got the Jinx. We know that we know that the Pirates like scaling, as it seems, and we've got somewhat of a similar idea coming together here. These last two picks will be really interesting. They had a couple of heavy scalers in game one, and I wonder if game two is going to be all about the Jinx show.
Yeah, I think Jinx, as opposed to Corki, gets that super high range late in the game, can be a little bit safer if you're gonna play that scaling. It's with Jinx also, if you get that single pick at a fight, can absolutely just take over. Zahin, this is what we have not had the pleasure of casting together yet since the release of this champion. We haven't casted, so this is one of the coolest champions I think Riot has made. Very fun, reminds me of like early Aatrox, when he had like the revive passive and stuff like that. The only problem is he killed my current main, which is Xin Zhao, which I don't like, but outside of that, very cool kid. I'm a Xin Zhao support main now. That's
beautiful. That's real?
That's what I do. That's true. That's true.
It.
Last season, it was my most played champion, and I recently played in like a community tournament for Pikachu. Shout out one of the LBLCS admins.
Hell yeah.
It was like a weekend tournament, and I had to jungle. And they banned Xin against me a lot, and I'm like, I don't think they know that I have no idea how to play that in the jungle. That is strictly a support pick for me.
That's awesome. I love weird picks that throw off a draft at first because people don't know that you're a sick little freak that plays it in a weird way.
Yeah, it is what it is. We do see Psy unlocked. I'm guessing Zahin is probably in the jungle. Very popular there. Would you see Vi? I love Vi with Jinx outside of the obvious, arcane things, but you are locking down a single target. You can get the burst, get that Jinx reset. It's a very good combo together. Would like to see some kind of wave clear right now, off the mid lane. Something that, very easy to like clear waves. It's easy for them to be able to, play in the mid game when that Jinx is scaling up. Something that, makes it if somebody gets picked, they're not getting, a lot of tower stuff like that. We'll see what they partner with it here. Vex can be good. That's awesome. Whoever Vi ults, it's easy to lock down on. Yeah, this is good.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, Rami in chat saying, LBLCS loves their meatballs. There are plenty of meatballs in this game.
True that.
Oh, please. Oh, my gosh. But then, okay, where are things going?
I haven't seen Ivern in a minute, but also I haven't been watching a ton of Tunnel League, but happy to see my little tree boy again.
I love Ivern. I love Ivern gameplay. I love it. There is some judgment I have around his skins. If you're not using the white Chroma basketball skin and typing white Ivernson, I think that you're not playing the champion correctly.
Yeah, you're
not
doing it right.
Big fan of Ivern at all times. Also, Ivern with a big meatball, always very fun. Putting that shield on, letting Scion kind of walk in and explode with it is very nice. Good to see teams doing that. I do think one big thing about this game, Pill Country Pirates has a lot more early gameplay. You know what I mean? They have a lot more things they can make happen early in the game. They have a little bit more dive ability in this comp, more engage. What is happening in the lobby?
Oh no.
We've been abandoned.
I've got a DM to look at. Oh nope, sorry. Just an urgent ticket that I can't help with. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Don't answer my urgent ticket. It's fine.
The thing is just panicking super hard at a ticket. Okay, we're in another lobby. That's great. Oh, I think this is okay. I think
like the actual.
Yeah. I think we got it sorted out. Shout out to the dev team. Shout out to whoever helped make this happen. Whether it was Duolingo Owl, Ruffian, wait, who is the third person who is pinged in that? I'll find their name.
It could be anyone.
I'm gonna shout you out. Milk Zane. Probably one of those three people helped it happen. Okay. This is beautiful. They're ready. By the way, predictions are live. Feel free to take the schmeckles that you just won and put them all on the line again. Or maybe you lost, but you earned a few more channel points, and now this is your moment to come back. You got this. I believe in you. Bet it all.
I feel like it's about time in the stream where I share my betting advice.
Hell yeah.
Which is, guys, wait until the last possible second and always bet the under. I'm just telling you now. If you had done it last game, you would have won money. Actually, no, you wouldn't have. Maybe? No, you would have. Yeah, because people didn't like the draft. Wait until the last second. Don't do it in the middle, because what will happen is people will see you bet the under and they will then try to take your money.
Yeah.
You got to wait until the last second.
Yeah.
It's a dangerous game, but it works probably some of the times.
It is a 100% success rate in you enjoying your viewing experience, because you know what could happen. It was Owl this time. Okay, Duolingo Owl. Hell yeah. Thank you.
If you know a coding language, are you technically like trilingual?
Oh, I love that. I love that a lot.
It's technically a language. I mean,
no, I think you're right. I like that. So, like trilingual in the sense that it's like you're conversing with a different entity.
Oh, that too. That it goes even deeper.
It's
I
on
was
a
thinking
different plane.
Duolingo Owl probably speaks two languages.
Oh, yeah.
But it's more than Duo.
Right. It's another one. Yeah, I guess the distinction between, does there need to be a distinction between the language as we understand it when it communicates with humans as to when it communicates to machine? I guess it's still a language.
Yeah, I mean, I would think so, but also, if someone told me they were bilingual and then they told me that they knew Python, I would be pretty upset.
You are totally
pretty disappointed.
Right.
That would be,
Yeah.
that would be like, what do you speak? Python. Well, you don't speak Python.
Right. No, you're right. I feel like that's the kind of joke that would like go hard at like very specifically at like a coding convention or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But
like you could see a T-shirt that says "I'm bilingual" and it's got like two like logos for like different coding methodology. Like that's the kind of shirt they would give you at like a hackathon, and then you're like, yeah, look at that. I speak conversational LLM now. That's beautiful. See.
All right, that's a good joke. That's a great joke right there.
That's a good joke.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good joke.
Well done, Roger Smith.
I have a joke for you.
Please.
When I was younger, I worked at a plastic Dracula factory.
Okay.
It's just me and one other guy, so I had to make every second count.
Okay, that took me a second. That did take me a second, but I love that.
It's a slow
That's
burn.
A great joke.
It's a slow burn.
I really like that. I'm gonna, as long as I can remember that one, I'm just gonna steal it. Sometimes you're asked to tell a joke.
Have at it.
And you don't really have one in your back pocket. That's a great one to have.
My work does like we have a weekly meeting for like our sprint stuff, and at the end, someone is required to tell a joke.
Awesome.
Which sometimes can feel like you're on the spot, because once you're a person who tells a joke like 1 or 2 weeks in a row, people then are like, I'm not going to tell a joke ever again. That guy's going to tell jokes.
Somebody gets picked twice in a row?
Because it's just open forum. So like if you know one, you're like, oh, I'm gonna do it now, so maybe I'm not asked next week. But then it's like a double-edged sword, because then it's like if you go, people are then going to expect you to go.
Yeah, you're right. You have to.
But if you don't go, someone might be like, hey, do you have a joke?
Yeah, you're right. And I have to ask, how many jokes have you told?
I am a frequent joke teller.
Sure.
I'm a father, so I have a lot of awful jokes,
Mm-hmm.
which end up being work appropriate because I'm telling them to, my 13-year-old. So
So it's actually perfect. You just get to reuse the exact same material.
Yeah, it's a lot of reused material.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, I mean, that's kind of perfect. It's kind of perfect.
I've kind of slacked off of it lately, but you know,
Well,
it is what it is. You got to let other people shine.
Of course. Exactly. As long as there's people out there telling jokes and you're not feeling like you gotta save everybody. Like nobody else wants to tell a joke. Well,
yeah, no, I agree.
We've got two beautiful compositions in front of us right here. We're about to go into
Scion mid.
We've got Scion mid. Now, is that where you kind of thought that was going to end up?
Okay. No, if you blindfolded me and just whispered the comps into my ear, I would not have thought that. But we did have Cho'Gath mid last game, so there is like a little bit of precedent here for that Scion mid could have been possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
It. When I looked at the 5 champions, the other option was like, are we playing AP Ivern mid? So, which I'm gonna go. It's not bad. There's nothing wrong with that.
No. I'm not gonna get there.
But yeah, no. Do whatever you want.
Yep.
But I do like the comp. You are very reliant on kind of the Twitch pop off. I think. I mean, obviously, any of these champions can deal a lot of damage, but I do think when you pick like a hyper tank mid. Actually, I'm gonna shut up because last game that didn't happen. So Cho'Gath was very relevant. So yeah, I do think the game's gonna be a lot around. Can we see up tempo a little bit more from the Pill Country Pirates? Can they play? Their comp's a little bit faster now. They're gonna want to be a little bit more proactive on the map, and will kind of the shoe on the other foot now with the Lulu Ivern. Are they able to play kind of protect the AD carry on the other comp? And obviously Twitch is a little bit harder to play than Ezreal as far as playing safe, so we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I feel like having seen the teams play now, I do feel whoa, that's
the cool Jake skin. Yeah, that's.
I wasn't ready for that. Oh, whoops. What do you mean I didn't change the overlay at all and spent that whole time just sort of hanging? Anyways, sorry that people can't see what's going on. I hope nothing really cool happens.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Big guy absolutely throwing me under the bus. God damn it, my guy.
He hit that ward twice and you totally missed it.
No. Oh God, where is this thing? That's that thing.
Guys. This is the low budget LCS, okay?
Thank you.
Also, shout out Riot for you not having to change anything to low budget LTA. That LCS is back in a turn makes the low budget LCS name makes sense now.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, there was a little bit of time where you're like, well, what happened to the ward's health? We missed content. Bio, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's my bad.
I will say,
yeah,
and this is true.
Yeah.
I did like the brief time where you were the only LCS.
Yes.
Because then technically my dream of owning an LCS team was true. I technically owned an LCS team.
100%.
I guess I could say I did own an LCS team. It's still technically true, but
yeah. Listen, we like being a loophole.
yeah, I love that.
So, feel free to say whatever you'd like. Listen, I'm just pleased as peach that we're on some people's resumes as work that they've done, which nothing.
That is awesome
to me. But it's also true because this is real, and a lot of people have helped make it real.
Well, it's an awesome community and has a bunch of awesome people in it, including yourself.
Oh, shucks.
So shout out on working on something awesome.
Hell yeah. Speaking of working on something awesome,
Oh.
they are working on something up in the top lane as the camera correctly cuts to the action on the map, and Egg Boy is doing a great job of fighting just on the lip of this tower range Mole Drifter. Oh. Ever the Minx, just making life hard for top laners. I appreciate that Chilligan is playing a cold champion.
I do agree. A lot of trading on the map. Not a lot has happened though.
No.
Pretty close game still. No massive leads anywhere.
Well, and so
which I think both teams are probably happy with that right now.
Absolutely, and that's a great point. Let's see if something happens right here. Got the slow, but not the knock-up. Mole Drifter does a great job there of landing that CC, but it's not enough. Last game, what cracked the game open wide was dual flashes being used in the mid lane, but look at mid lane as Vi has wrapped around. Look, they're gonna go in. Vi's full health. Vi is red buff. Folks, I think Vi can do this. Tempo Melon or Mole Drifter. You just gotta pick one. When Vi has Q again, will we get the flash? Oh, that was beautiful.
Beautiful.
First blood going to D on the lash, proving that that is the better key to have it on as they nailed that flash Q.
Yeah, the lane on the other foot in bot lane too, as they are now the pressure lane of Shining and Chilligan. This game having the benefit of having that super high range. Braum a little bit better at scrapping early in the game here. They've been able to keep this lane pushed in and harass the twist. It doesn't show in the CS lead yet, but that's one of those that's kind of a slow burn, right? Like slowly over time, that lead manifests itself because you are keeping them under the tower, you are harassing. Eventually, they have to take a base.
This is, don't you guys, don't even freaking sweat it. Nothing cool is happening on the stream.
Oh!
Don't even.
No, this is great because I also can't see it. There we go.
All right, good.
I don't even know if something's happening.
Don't worry about it, guys. Just got to DM that 100%. Again, first stream back in quite a bit of time, so here we go. Just learning how everything works again. Oh, whoa, Zahid looking quite low.
Oh.
That was incredible. Gets the life steal. So ballsy to go back for that minion to get that one more
He's
CS.
crazy for that. That is like
Holy
same
shit.
calculation.
Dino Ugelsaur indeed.
Yeah. They don't call him Dino Ugelsaur for nothing.
No, they do not. And suffered no consequences either, which I love.
No. Which will only reinforce this bad behavior.
Yeah. I do hope we see more of it. Level 6?
That's a beautiful fear right there. So like right as the cannon is about to die, you do the fear as Vex and say like, hey, okay, whoa!
That was beautiful. That was the perfect time to ult. I loved that Scion ult right there. Tempo Melon just knows what is up on these melee mid laners.
Yeah, no love lost in the mid lane. They are trading constantly, but it has erupted into a 900 gold lead. On the side of Hill Country Pirates here. Opposite of last game, they do have the early pressure in this game. They are the team who is taking priority around. As we do have scaling on the other side. Twitch, Scion, Ivert, all champions that really want to scale. I'll play nice scrapping here. There is no flash.
I love that. Beautiful way to get closer to your tower, but Egg Boy is just going to have to eat a ton of damage, and it's too much. As Dino Ugelsaur is going to get the kill on Egg Bro, and a dragon will be traded.
Yeah, and I do like that play. You're probably giving the dragon on bot side because of the prio. You make a play on the top side of the map where the enemy jungler probably will not be. Beautiful job there. Keeps this game in a pretty close fashion. Set though will not miss a ton if that wave's not pushed in. They do opt to get some vision instead, as this is a dive coming through the tower.
That's incredible, but tanking too many tower shots along the way. Vi was just not able.
Gotta be careful.
Oh, Shining though. One more auto should do it. They get excited. Technically a 1-for-1 there.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Somehow, Twitch is not a part of anything that just happened.
No. Probably just really surprised. Well, with that damage, truly one more rocket should do it. But we're gonna see this fight up here in the top lane. Yeah, that was a very sort of risky Hannibal crossing the Alps with elephants style of strategy of just like the far flank.
Crazy pull.
No one saw
It's a
coming.
crazy.
Well, I think it's the perfect.
It's such a
sort of
niche.
comparison.
It is perfect, but it is such
I think everyone is pretty familiar with Hannibal's campaign through
obviously
Italy.
everybody knows Hannibal.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
I will say, the play bot, like, it is one of those where you're like, oh no, it stinks that Vi died, but it is still like a great situation because Jinx gets a kill. Is ahead in tempo as a scaling ADC right now. And on the map right now, you do have an early dragon. Your lanes are in pretty good position. Obviously, Set is probably the worst for where, but that is, obviously Set, is one of the champions you picked early that maybe could get counter picks. Hin is a very mobile champion. It is going to be a tough matchup. But if you're ahead on Jinx and Vi and things like that, you probably don't feel as bad at all about that.
No, not at all. Yeah, I love how the Pirates have been playing this. Just coming out hard and fast and learning a lot of lessons from that game one.
Yeah. Also the duality of playstyle. Like in game one, they very much played that scaling cup, and we're seconds away from winning that game. And in this game, they've kind of swapped it up. They're playing more of a proactive playstyle and playing it well. They've been able to shift tempos, which can be very hard for a lot of teams, and play it very well.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, we've got the alarm that comes out, Shining taking an incredible path. Holy freaking shit! That was an amazing...
Great job.
Oh my god. I'll remember that for quite a long time. A wonderful, very incredible fight that's happening up here in the top lane as both of these top laners are fucking going to town on each other. He's
got the res!
Gonna come back to life, and D for Glash is actually gonna be the next person up here. They're gonna get ulted by Vi. The question is, can you heal enough? No, you can't. Wow, that 1v1. One for the books and deeds, but I gotta say, I loved what Shining did. I still want to talk about that. Walks towards, like, what was that, 3-4 people coming to kill them? Completely confuddles them. And flashes over the wall perfectly and gets out scot-free. Brilliant bit of escape tech there.
Yeah, also just not panicking. Whenever you see the Scion coming, just being like, hey, I'm going to play this. I can get to this wall. I'm going to be able to flash it. It's going to be fine. And here we go, the slow. Oh, will there be enough damage there? Not quite. It doesn't look like Ivern just going to harass and be annoying. We'll off-tempo this a little bit. There is a TP on Set if it's needed, but Zahid will have this wave in a pretty decent spot here. What I'm really looking for is when are we going to get the big Twitch play? The Invis coming out with the ult. Braum does make that a little bit harder because if he's in position with the shield, obviously very hard to punish here, but that's kind of, when you're playing Twitch, that's what everyone wants to see. The cool, I'm coming out of invisible, my ult is one-shotting everyone. This tank Scion also. Okay, so we are not going to get some... I was worried we were going to get some weird off-brand, like AD Scion play. Oh, good sidestep there.
Yeah, top lane has been scrapping pretty non-stop. We've got a bit of a gold lead here, but I don't think we've really seen that being reflected too much yet on the map. They haven't thrown.
Can we get timers? Can we get the dragon timer out?
Oh yes, absolutely.
I was just gonna say, the biggest place I think we'll see it manifest, as there is the dragon, would be something like this, because we do, if you look at those item completions, all three, the jungle mid and ADC, have completed items on one side. We do have Scion buying his now and TPing down, but it's very hard to take a dragon fight like this when you are the team not on the completed items.
Totally, absolutely.
And I think wisely, yeah, just back off. It's totally fine to give this. You don't have items. There's a good chance that you end up losing the fight anyway, so, don't waste your... don't give him a free kill.
Oh my god.
Oh!
They're really going for it, but Zahid, I think, is going to get their revenge here. They will win the 1v1. No Vi to intercede on Set's behalf. Drug or not, does have the Vi, however, keeping their eye on Mold Drifter, not able to land that ult onto them, and Tempo Melon's going to peel back and provide some CC that lets Mold Drifter scamper off into the woods, but at the cost of Tempo Melon's life.
Sion not quite tanky enough yet to get around both of them, and this Vi is very strong, which is great for them, because when Vi is strong, it makes the threat of the ult that much better, because you can actually just die to the Vi. Even if there's not follow-up from the team, the Vi themselves can get onto you and actually just solo you out yourself. So not what you love to see is an enemy AD carrier mid laner when the enemy Vi is strong, but there is a redemption finish now. We do see those first item completions starting to come through now. Jinx getting a lot of time on this tower bot lane, and gold lead slowly growing here.
Yeah, Jinx is going to be happy about that. And when the team that's got something, you know, late scaling as Jinx is having a great early game, that's cause for concern. Kappalongus is going to have to turn the heat up in some way, shape, or form before that Jinx gets out.
Agreed, and this Zahin can be the tool for that. This top lane, there's the redemption gank essentially in top lane, which is awesome here. There's no ult.
No, the camera's going to cut away, even though that is what we would like to see. And that's because Set will walk their way out of there. Slow, and now, oh, okay, we might have another gank coming around as Mold Drifter coming through a different angle, does land the CC, allows Zahin to get in there. They're going to ult too, very nice. The Set using their ult to actually get out of Zahin's ult. See what they can do in the 2v1. Daisy here, it's a 3v1 right now. Very nice. Almost gets the kill. Does get the flash. Quite close. No
and
kills
this game
yet
very
Set, but it's
quickly.
coming.
Yeah, the game is very quickly becoming a two sides of the map game, right? The Zahin is 3-1, will be very strong, will be a huge threat to that Jinx. These plates obviously will mean a lot to that. But on the other side, the bot turret goes down. Oh, they do find.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, she gets knocked into the tower. Oh my goodness.
Tempo Melon.
Twitch gets that. And Twitch gets the reset on his invis because of the kill.
Oh, that's massive. Oh, great.
Oh, that fear,
though.
that fear.
Oh, the E might not have been enough to take him down. Wow.
Big plays there, and right like that. The gold still, you know, heavily in the favor there. The Jinx still incredibly strong on her way to that IE right now, but good plays back. You do get the Twitch, a little bit of gold in pocket there. You do get the, you know, another assist for the Ivern, and the Scion gets an assist there, and that's big stuff if you're going to claw back a little bit into this game. It is a 2K gold difference right now, but still a very playable game. You have clear, unlike last game where it was kind of like one team in the early game was completely taken over. This one's very, you know, it's spread across. Like there are strong points for both teams to play off of. Invisible Twitch is lurking. I love it.
There it is. Eventually, that's going to be terrifying, but they don't have the damage just yet. Very nice Lulu body blocking the ult there. Teleports coming in. This is turning into quite the team fight as Ivern's going to get pushed off on the top side. Shining looking for some sort of reset here. Very nice from Set, bringing Dinosaur actually into the backline. That might have been a mistake. Let's see if they're able to kill him. The exhaust going down as well. Everything thrown at them. And now, oh, Mold Drifter getting flashed on now. Shining wants that kill. There's the knock-up. Tempo Melon is going to sacrifice their life to save the backline. And it looks like Kappalongus is going to have to back off, take some defensive positions on this tower, lest they just get rocked. Oh!
Game is crazy right now.
It really is. The low health bars, I mean, it's just so tasty for the Jinx.
It is, and you know you're waiting, you know, hoping to get a reset, and that fight's kind of crazy. You do get Zahin goes into the backline, or gets ulted into the backline, I guess, right as Vi goes into the other side of the fight. So it's kind of just a trade of two fed members. But respawns are out. The dragon is 10 seconds now. Twitch a little bit stronger here. Neither of them finishes the second item. That is huge for red side here. That Jinx did not finish that second item. That means there's not a huge power play here. Oh, Scion is right in the middle of them.
Went really deep. Vega, I don't know how this is going to play out. Do they have ult? Yes, they do, and I'd say use it to run away, but I don't think they're going to have the chance. The rest of the team's here, but I just don't know if it's enough. Can you win a 4v5? Already down a little bit of gold. You may have to just accept that this dragon is gone as well. Maybe
you might lose your mid tower for this. Yeah, you might lose mid tower for this, which they are posturing to defend this, but this is dangerous. Whenever you split your comp between two different things, it can be very dangerous for you.
Yeah. Speaking up, case in point, Egg Boy going to take a lot of aggression, brings up a nice shield, but they will get taken down in the end. And Twitch is just in the
oh my goodness,
doing everything they can to stop those auto attacks from coming through, but it's not enough. A double kill for Mold Drifter of all people, as the Ivern gets the gold for those kills right there.
Here comes Sion!
He's back, baby. Fuck that tower. I'm going downtown. And a nice dodge there from the Vex. But they're still going to go down. And Deeper Flash is going to
ace.
This is insane. An ace over the
That's what we were
course of
saying.
Like 60 seconds.
Yeah, when you split yourself, you know, Vi's one of the strongest members on this team. So when she's not there for that fight, they seize opportunity. They say, hey, we can pick a fight here. And now you're in a very powerful position. You get a lot more gold there. Your Ivern finishes second item. You're matching items with the Jinx. And your top lane now has that Sunder and Sky finish. And if you thought it was tough before to kill Zahin, he will be staying healthy in these fights with that item, and they are in prime position now. Not to say that the other side is that you still have the two items on the buy, extremely dangerous. You're very close to Jinx being on that Infinity Edge, but this game is anyone's now. It is wide open.
Yeah, what really tickles me about this is kind of the exact same story as game one, where the team that was ahead that got 3 dragons, you know, on that 3rd dragon, there's a little bit of a misstep here, and now it looks like the other team is actually in a position of power. So, boy, these two teams really do have each other's number, and we're just seeing the back and forth game once again.
Yeah, Rift Herald will start up here. We might have another fight over this Rift Herald. No flash on Twitch right now is a huge cooldown to not have.
And to be in the pit as well, you're just gonna have to take a stand. Let's see. This is certainly dangerous. Egg Boy. Okay, yeah, they grab it, which is
oh my goodness!
Oh, from stage right comes Tempo Melon. Gets the knockup, gets the kill, a double kill to boot, and back-to-back successes for Kappalongus.
That is actually the Nightmares getting full channel ulted by Sion across map. We will see more here. No fear up.
A flash burn to get over the wall. And the force projection from Kappalongus is something fierce now. They look so comfortable in power. They're just so great at shifting from objective to objective, and now they've got a little bit of heat behind it. And they're not Hail Marys, right? Because the person playing Sion is doing a great job of nailing it, but it's just so funny to watch a screaming champion rush across the length of the entire map and headbutt you as hard as they can.
Yes, there's something also very satisfying about watching that happen. It's like, will they hit? Is it actually going to hit? And it actually being like the hit that kills the champion. It's like, yeah, you actually just got ran over. Don't play in traffic, kids.
Yes.
We do have, though, as is ever the case, Jinx has 2 items. She's very strong. 1 reset. This Jinx can absolutely take over a fight. Death cap, pretty close here for the Vex. Right now it feels like the name of the game is, can Zahin get kind of like chopped up in the fight with the Braum and things like that where they can't get to Jinx, or is Jinx pushed out of the fight where they can't hit? Because the Sion is at a point now also where Jinx can't just cut immediately through him.
Right.
He is very tanky. It's going to be tough, especially with the shields. You have Lulu and Ivern behind. So it is very tough to just hit the Sion and get through. He's 2 items now. I assume the 3rd item, hopefully for Jinx, will be some kind of armor pin. You know, get through that, find a way to, you know, get through this Sion if you can.
Oh, that Twitch might be in a little bit of trouble, but this is what enchanters are here for. The bodyguards. Okay,
Double
all
TP.
the teleports are coming in. Dear God, everyone's showing up to this party. Zahin is behind enemy lines.
Oh, feared.
Oh my God. They've got the
That's
damage.
huge.
I mean, and Mold Drifter was stuck on the wall for a second right there. Has to burn a flash, not to get slowed by the zap.
Dragon's 40 seconds.
Dragon's 40 seconds. It's
can also be
Baron is now.
Yeah, Baron is now. Baron is forever, baby.
Baron is forever. And we've got a wounded-looking Kappalongus who, I mean, you and me both know that they want to get in this. But they're not gonna. They're gonna push down the mid lane, maybe take a tower. This worked against Dragon, right? Just focus down these objectives, see if you can pull a couple of them off. But both teams committing to their plans this time. No 50-50 situation. And now Dragon is up. Oh, they're going to use Baron backs, but I mean, they've got the inside
They can.
track.
Yeah, they can give this. It's not the end of the world for them to lose this Dragon because they are the ones who are on full point. It's not, you know. Oh, Jinx Rocket. Oh. Okay. Fine.
No,
It's all fine. It's all fine.
very much, this is both a huge win for Kappalongus and not a huge loss for the Blitz.
Yes. Ooh, do get the. That's actually a big cooldown. Getting the flash off the hidden takes a lot of the threat to that backline out of the way. Right now, we'll see what happens with this Baron power play. You would like to knock down, you know, this top outer or things like that. Get those free gold to switch play.
Wow. One auto on the minions, though.
Oh.
I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
Both those
They
ADCs
do get.
can hit.
Yeah, they get the ult. Obviously, they trade 3 ults for the Braum ult, which is pretty nice. You know, they're happy to, you know, obviously get that Braum ult out. But on the other side, like, you don't have Zion ult now. You don't have your Lulu ult. A lot of that pressure with the buy is going to be hard. The pushing power now will be a little bit stronger. I would like to see them a little bit more active in grouping as 4 with the Baron. It seems like right now they're a little bit reticent to kind of just say, like, hey, we're using the Baron just to stall the game a little bit. You know, hey, you know, fogging a little bit with it, for lack of a better term. But Jinx will get this push mid. Looks like it will crash in. They're just going to let Twitch catch that. And yeah, it looks like they're just kind of reticent to say, hey, it's fine. We're just going to use the Baron to farm out safely, which is okay.
Yeah. I mean, it does feel like a lot on the line, even though it's 9-14. The game is much closer than that kill count might suggest, and you've got the invisible gold of the dragon buffs as well. So, look at
Absolutely.
that Vi. Look at that. That Twitch
Oh.
is gone, baby. Can the Lulu keep him alive? That's a good question. There's the flash. There's the heal. My God, Twitch survived! Incredible presence of mind by the enchanters to keep that Twitch alive. And now the Twitch is going to go to work as it just is in the perfect position. But it does get taken down by the Vex. My goodness. Very nice from Tempo Melon. Playing with these blast cones. Oh my God. What a bounce house. Tempo Melon played that so well around those blast cones. Did not give him a chance to escape.
That may have been one of the most value redemptions I've ever seen in my life. His health dropped to like 200 and then went right back up to about 700. It was, oh my goodness. But I will say, even though that fight doesn't go heavily in their favor, it's a 2-for-1. They get all of Twitch's summoners off, which Jinx does not expend any of hers. That is a huge cooldown difference. Sometimes it's okay to take a setup play like that where you're like, hey, this isn't a huge winning thing. But at this next dragon fight, which is going to be our soul, their AD carry is not going to have tools. But we are going to have better tools for it. It's a little bit of trading here in the model. It should be fine for Seb.
Yeah, they're all right. They've got backup.
Yeah, this Vi is absolutely building to kill a carry. That is a collector third item finish. This is.
I mean, it just
trying to kill.
It emphasizes how wild that Twitch survived 2 ults on top of them. Yeah, just magnificent work, and also, you know, not just that they lived, but they got right to. They played as if they were going to live that entire time, which is just. That's how you know you've got a really experienced team. You've got an ADC who knows that their team is going to keep them alive, because they just did not miss a beat and just went right to work getting those autos off.
You ever think about a joke you could have made and then the time has passed?
Every day,
you can't make it anymore. You know, Moldrifter got a double kill earlier in the game. We could have made a draw 2 joke.
Son of a
but
bitch.
It is past.
You're absolutely right.
Maybe it'll happen again. You know, for another day. Someone, if you cast a Moldrifter game later in the season, think about that.
Yeah, it's week 1, so we've got plenty of time for everyone else to forget, and then we will play it off as if it was, you know, just truly fresh and in the moment.
Yeah. When people are watching the VOD of this game, they will not be talking about this moment. They'll be looking for the wards and things like that.
Yeah.
You know, don't forget this happened.
Exactly.
Okay, item spikes. We do have Deathcap now finished on the Vex, another needlessly large rod on top of it, but there is a 3-item Twitch now. That Hurricane applying those poison stacks, you know, gonna be huge. Meanwhile, on the other side also, Vi is full on. She is here to kill champions. That build is terrifying.
Yeah, she's...
I'm a bit of a Hearthstone Vi, you know, player myself. But,
look at this potential for a trap. Oh, pulled the trigger a little bit too early there.
A little bit. The only problem with plays like that is the Scion coming up the river from bottom can be terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. And Tempo Melon loves to do that. They love not being the front line and coming from the exact opposite direction, which is 100% what they're about to do right now. Yeah, let's see. I mean, they're finding themselves in a 1v1 with this Vi who...
That is their jungler.
Holy
That is their
shit.
jungler.
That is so much damage coming through. They burn the flash. The rest of the fight does go off. Oh my god, look at the damage on the backline. Holy shit, Vex did so much damage. Vex might be able to solo the entire backline on their own, but they're not. Braum has the shield going the opposite direction, unfortunately. And now the rest of this fight is just going to pop off as Zaheen is doing massive damage in the backline. That Jinx is in melee range, and Zaheen does their job. But whoa, so is Delash doing their job as they've cut down the back line. No way, no way, Muldrifter, incredible. And now it's a 2v1. I cannot believe that, but the dragon is on the side of Muldrifter, has become one with the jungle. Just kidding, the dragon maybe got that last kill right there. Vega, that was such a crazy fight. That was insane.
What a fight, holy moly. It felt like at both times in that fight, I got really concerned because Vi was, oh my gosh, we're getting a TP back to stop this dragon.
No way.
I got very concerned in that fight because Vi was the one off fighting Scion, and I was like, oh my gosh, they're flipping dragon, but their smite is fighting Scion to the side. Didn't matter. Vi's build is absolutely one that can kill Scion pretty fast and does so. Was able to get back. They were able to kind of have this fight, but Zaheen does expend that passive during the fight, you know, getting the res, which was huge. That's essentially what won them the fight. Now you are in a situation, though, where you're not going to have that. This fight could look totally different the second time around.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I would love to watch maybe like 4 or 5 just like complete team fights because I feel like it can turn in so many different directions here. Egg boy. That's a flash gone. Just off a couple of autos there from Twitch. Who still has their ult. Tempo Melon is gonna just get pushed out again by Dion.
Gosh, it's Vi.
Pull the trigger because that's Tempo Melon who's gone down. Look at the angling on Twitch. Twitch does not have a frontliner right here, but they do have an interesting
I don't think they can get into
angle.
this.
And it looks like they are gonna make the call to go to Baron, give up the soul, but take a different buff. Friends, I don't know if
they have time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think there's time. They're gonna, okay. They're gonna play the trap. I like this call.
This is good. This is good. This is good. This is good. And they are going to go for the first one that walks across, and that is going to be the set, who's a little bit hard to kill.
Oh my gosh.
And he's showing how hard he is to kill. Twitch doing everything they can, but they are going to get taken out by the Vi. We talked about it, and it happened. Rocket takes out Muldrifter, and now Jinx is quite excited as Zaheen finding themselves just perennially stunned. Absolutely ridiculous. A double kill for the Jinx. Shining is shining as the Jinx story is coming to light, and they've got a wave to slam into this tower. Once again, it's up to Tempo Melon to find a way to stop this push.
Yeah, and I think they get this. I don't believe they're going to get the inhibitor here unless something crazy happens. There is a Lulu here to help buff and help clear this wave of Scion here. Scion is tanky. Oh, actually, they do cancel him on the Q. Not this one, though. Oh, my gosh.
No way. Scion goes in for the aggressive play to maybe get some kills.
Oh!
That's a double knockup. If he goes down, he's got a second chance. Redemption. Oh, very nice zap.
That looked so dangerous for a second for 2 of them.
Yes.
I thought Vex might go down also. And ultimately, I think there's going to be a handshake after that. The gold is very close right now. You do have some armor pin now on this Twitch. Whew, what a game. What a game. What a game. I always feel bad for you in these games. Like, they're super fun to watch, but I get to just sit there during the team fights and be like, he's huge. And you have to talk for 5 minutes straight.
What a big guy. Yeah, my tongue is still quite slow, but it's fun as fuck. Who can really complain when you've got such exciting games to watch?
That is true, and we do have the soul finished on the other side now. That is healing and shield power. That shield power does technically count towards the shield on set.
Oh my god.
It's not a huge difference, like not a ton's gonna happen, but also like bypass and things like that are very nice. And also you're denying it to the Lulu Ivern Scion comp, which is actually one of the like bigger parts of this. Is getting that soul away from them is much bigger. But this game's still very, very close. There are 2 hyper carry 80 carries. Any team fight where they are untouched can be a team fight that wins for the other team. We do see that Vi is on the bot side. This Vi is strong enough now to pretty much, if you're anyone who sees her on the map, you have to be careful. Delash on D is having a generational Vi performance in this game.
Yes, absolutely.
It is.
It will be felt in their bloodline for many generations to come.
We'll be talking about it in the old folks' home.
I remember the day that I played Vi. No, for sure. And that flash is not going to be up on that Twitch. So if Twitch is caught out and visible, it's going to take everything to keep them alive. And on the other side, we've got Jinx with full sums. So Jinx is feeling really good. But Zaheen's flash has come off cooldown as well. So, you know... Oh, Vi goes over. Okay. It's just to take the blast cone.
The cold. Yeah, just getting the cold. They're starting it.
Yes, they are.
They do this pretty quickly.
I mean, yeah. Scion and Ivern are just not around. You're going to do everything you can.
Twitch!
I mean, that's a big Twitch. But everybody else is pretty big too, Vega.
My.
Damn. That's brutal. I don't know why it stopped moving. I'll be the camera now. Set's going to bring a big ult. That's Zaheen.
He's not going to get the res. No res.
Not get the res off, and they are just going to clean up the rest of this fight as Shining does their job perfectly. And
I think
that
that's game.
might be the game.
Baron with the Jinx. Very easy to FPS camera.
What the fuck is that? Okay.
What the hell is that?
Turns into first person?
Anyways.
Cool.
Yeah, I was like, what is it? He's like, Valorant? Like, it is 8 seconds on the Twitch. I don't believe even with a Twitch respawn, there's much way to stop this with the Baron. And I believe that is going to punch us a game 3.
Yes, indeed. And mark my words, what I said about Pirates winning game 2, wresting that momentum back. Here we are. Let's see what they bring to game 3.
Yeah, I'm excited. Excited.
You are excited.
You're not the only one who's telling us. Yeah, well, thank you. I'm so excited. I'm going to run to the restroom ahead of this next game.
Perfect. And I'll just...
I will return.
For posterity's sake, we're just going to get this thing up. Beautiful. Okay. All right. Beautiful. Guys, is the stream still stuttering for some people? If it is, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about that. I don't think it's my fault. I've got got an Ethernet cord that's been bolted into the wall. But if it is stuttering on your end, my heart goes out to you. What an incredible series, guys. We're going to the 3rd game of the best of 3. This is what organized League of Legends is about. These are 2 great teams, both of them really making a strong case for why they should win this series. And every week 1 is also so fun because you're getting to know the teams. You have a touch point for seeing how people do throughout the season. And, maybe these teams are going to end up in playoffs. You could be watching the finals right now. Maybe these 2 teams will be in the finals against each other in 3 months, and you'll get to say, I watched them play week 1. I watched the preamble, the build-up to to the final match. But who can say?
True. That could be true. That could be true.
It could be.
Could be true. That could be true. It's definitely possible that that is true.
Oh,
It's also possible it's not.
It's also completely possible that it's not. In which case, don't flip this. This doesn't mean anything, and I'm sorry.
Oh, draft is happening.
Yeah, they are quick. I love it.
They are ready to go.
They absolutely.
To be fair,
are. Yeah.
They thought this was going to happen earlier in the day, so maybe they're like, okay, we need to get through this.
Yeah, that's possible. That's possible. I ate a banh mi at startling speeds. I ate a banh mi so fast I would have been pulled over if I was on the highway. That's how quick I was chowing down on that sweet Vietnamese sandwich. And it was great. But then this got pushed back, so I got to chew and swallow.
I love hearing that. All right, let's look here. We have Caitlyn Mordekaiser, we have Mundo, we have Zera, we have another scaling AD carry. Very good. Caitlyn, very good champion. I think getting that priority in bot lane has kind of been the recipe for success so far in this series. They do pick another priority bot lane here. Pill Country Pirates take the Caitlyn Karma. Looks like they are looking to be the team that is going to be, pushing that bot lane, getting harassed, getting that early lead, doing the dragon stacking. Every team that's done that so far in the series has won. So that would put your prediction right on point.
Mm-hmm.
Soraka Zeri on the other side, you are going to want to scale, get to those team fights. Soraka does help offset some of that poke in lane. So I am curious to see how they get these comps flexed out after this. A lot of the great engaged junglers are out. You still have things like Nocturne, Zinzao is good. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone here, but lots of stuff still available. Obviously could be Mundo Jungle also. I'm trying to think.
The person who bet on Pill Country Pirates is about to get a lot.
Yeah, whoever you are, thank you for following my advice. I'm not taking credit, but
enjoy. Enjoy 3.3 thousand. Kato 1000 has gotten 3,000 off of a 500 shekel bet.
That's crazy.
That's great. Oh my god, they were the only person. That's so great. Okay, I'm gonna do shorter prediction timers. I felt like longer was more helpful, but I think people are forgetting about it. So I'm gonna do shorter prediction timers. You'll still have plenty of time, but okay, so we've this draft, we're buzzing through it. They keep getting rid of this Shaco, I believe. So curious why. I wish they'd let it through so that I could see, but I understand why they're not.
Ooh, Kane against Sejuani. Let's see. What do they round out the comp with here? Kane kind of wants something that can push. Kane very much wants to farm up, get stacks, do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I do think seeing Sejuani and Mundo is good for Kane. Ooh, Swain. I like Swain. You see two melee champions. It's really good. Swain loves having things that are standing around, keeping his ult going. So two champions he's going to love fighting against. The only worry I have for Pill Country Pirates is there is no direct lockdown for the Zeri. And we've seen, what Zeris can do in team fights where they're not harassed by enemy teammates. But, I love this pick. I actually think this is so good.
Yeah, that's delightful.
We've all been there. You ult on Swain, you catch a Lux Q to the face, and you stand there as the enemy team walks away from you. Very good. Yeah, I actually like both these comps a lot. There's things in both these comps that I think can be very good. I do think this series feels to be who gets early pressure,
Yeah, I can
like
definitely see
who's
that.
getting that early dragon stacking. Yeah, that seems to be kind of what even though game one was pretty close towards the end, it does feel like dragon stacking matters a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, these teams have been rushing them for sure. Also, predictions have gone live. You got 5 minutes this time. And these folks are off to the races. Hopping right into Champ Select here. And yeah, no hard CC onto that. Zeri is a great point. It could definitely be a problem. You know, everyone's just been playing so well, so I feel like that everyone's going to be doing a great job of maximizing the possibility of their champions. Also, this Mundo, who's going to be getting healed by this Soraka as well. Just a huge, massive, bloody, annoying tank. I think that's going to be just very fun to watch and super annoying to kill.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. I think this is going to be another close game. We saw even, I was kind of thinking about when we were talking about it a second ago. Last game, I was like, oh, well, obviously the team, the Stack Dragons, won. But in the middle of that game, it very much felt like the other side was going to win.
Yeah.
We had the Scion play on that, and I was like, oh, they're very much swinging this game in their favor. They're very strong here. Set is behind, and then just like that in both games, there's been just a late game swing where it's, oh, never mind. The other team wins.
Yeah.
Which I think is awesome. But now, it is game 3. Momentum does matter a lot in games. I do think that winning the last game, Pocari Battle is going to feel good. But also, if you're the team that won the first game, you got to go back to hey, game 1, we had a clear strategy. We played to it. We were very ahead in that game outside of one slip up. We can get back to that form easily.
Yeah. I mean, Kappa ruled the early game of game 1. They played it essentially perfectly, and what whiplash to come into game 2 and watch Pill Country Pirates put on the exact same show. So I mean, game 3, both teams, no one can get caught off guard in game 3, right? It's what
impossible.
The other team is capable of. You're not going to be surprised, what? They're playing so well now. It's well, yeah, everyone's been playing really well. So yeah, it's just up to them to shake the mental and get themselves set straight.
Yeah, agreed. I think as we are finishing out getting through the draft here, I am curious what early pathing looks like here. Obviously, Sejuani, much easier to get active in the early game. Normally, Sejuani wants to kind of play off of her melee lane because it's a lot easier for her to stack her stuff up. Mordekaiser, though, once it is level 6, it is very hard to gank that lane. So I wonder what the early pathing looks like. Sejuani has a slight window early, but you also, one thing that's really weird about playing against Kayn is Kayn also wants to get his early stacks off of these melees because they're less likely to punish him. Also, if there's a 2v2 in the top side, it's very easy for Kayn, in a scrap to have things like that happen and him get away fine and get plenty of stacks and get kind of slingshotted in the game, right? So we'll have to see what that looks like in the early game if Sejuani is able to find those windows to make plays while Kayn is looking to get stacks and is largely ineffective in the early game.
Yeah, he's got to nail his minigame. It's what you've signed up to do.
Yep. All right. Man, 3 games. Casting a 3-game series, at the end of a 3rd game, am exhausted. Playing a 3-game series can be exhausting.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. These people are going the distance. There was some, again, hats off to the players. There's some scheduling kerfuffles. Then there were some technology kerfuffles. And these people have taken a large part out of their day to just stay focused and locked in. And all the tension and pressure that comes with the game 3. And they're in it now. I'm curious if this will be a fast or a long game. I feel like we've had 2 pretty chunky sized games back to back. We haven't really seen either team be able to completely overwhelm the other. I haven't noticed any obvious weaknesses to exploit. So I don't know. Maybe they have. Maybe they've been taking notes, and someone will find the Achilles heel of the other team.
What's funny is the only trend I can really take from this series is that the pushing bot lane has been put their team in a better position each game, but both teams have done it. So it's not like it's like a specific team is doing it better or that like a certain player has a good matchup or something like that. It's really been flip-flop between the two teams, which is a great sign. That means both teams, skill-wise are there. Both teams absolutely can play at that level. Now it's just, who executes in game 3, which is the best recipe for a good series, right? Where you get to a point where it's like, it's all down to execution. I think both drafts are fine. They have clear identity. I think players have shined in different games in this series. Who locks in, for that final game?
Yes. Okay. I remembered something I was going to say before. So,
yes.
This Swain, who knows if this is connected, but the Pill Country Pirates logo is of Swain wearing a hat that says,
oh my gosh, you're right,
Pill Country Pirates. So, has the secret tech been unlocked for Pill Country Pirates? I'm going to
You're sure it doesn't say Pill County Pirates? You're sure?
Oh, shit.
You're absolutely sure. You're absolutely sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's probably true. I was
Hold
just
on a
hoping
second.
for an out.
Yeah. Yes. Wait, am I?
We're absolutely certain.
Okay, hold on. No, it's country. It's country. I like
All
county
right,
though.
well,
Someone before made the observation that this name sounds like a baseball team.
yeah, Pill County sounds like a Division II baseball team.
Exactly, and I love that. And they're right.
Yeah.
And I do think, I think that's the intention. It does look like a baseball.
Yeah, I mean, no judgment here. I like their name now.
Even though it's
there's
not
no judgment. It's not what I would have picked, but
Hey, that's good of you. That's really big of you to let them have this.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my opinion to myself publicly.
I don't know, man. I think kind of everybody knows how you feel about it, and I want to be clear. I'm on your side.
I'm just saying, I like the name Pill Country Pirates. I like it. Lots of people are saying I don't, but I do.
Lots of people, tons of people are talking about it. Oh no, I fucked it up. Hold on a second. Oh no.
It's okay.
We're all right. Directly
counting down there. There you go.
Yeah. Thank you, Monk FPS, for being the newest investor in the low-budget LCS, and Cats vs. Zombies for being the investor before the most recent investor in the low-budget LCS.
That was a Rube Goldberg way of getting around to saying that.
Why say it the simplest way?
The person before.
When it can be the most complicated.
I like it. When you're trying to get the word limit on like an essay.
Exactly.
And also, the one who did this before this person.
Yeah, we're going to go with size 13 font, do 2.1
double space
spacing.
Oh, 2.1? 2.1 spacing. Okay.
Yeah.
Pill County's not a place, Sean. It's Pill Country.
Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, guys. I know. Kind of Irons is a minor.
But it could be.
It could be. You could start it. It's really up to you.
You could do that. I am actually following someone on TikTok who bought a minor league baseball team.
That sounds cool.
And it's renovating their place and stuff like that.
Oh, that's great.
It's pretty cool. Otherwise, stuff like that.
I mean,
that's the best to watch when you're waiting on something.
That's how the Savannah Banana started.
Yeah, which is crazy. The guy bought it for so cheap.
Dude, that's
huge though.
Yeah, I mean it is massive, and it's a great idea, but it's one of those ideas that's great in retrospect, where yeah, I'm sure that I'm sure that many bad businesses are going to be made off of the success of the Savannah Bananas because they're like, it worked for that guy. It's like, you know, that guy's really smart and also a psychopath, you know, in the best way possible. So, anyways, I'm still on the waiting list for a Savannah Bananas game. It's been like 2-3 years. It's so long.
You're not bitter, I can tell.
No. Furious? Yeah.
Clearly not.
Some people have used the word furious to describe how I feel about that, but
Lots of people are saying it. There's a 100 gold lead. Oh, yeah, still there. Okay.
100 pieces of gold. I don't think people understand.
That's a lot of gold.
Listen, recently, price of gold had fucking skyrocketed, right? So that's worth even more.
You got 100 pieces of gold.
Come on.
Okay, can we please, from now on, instead of saying they have a gold lead, saying they have more doubloons? Because that is what the gold is fashioned into.
Totally. It absolutely is. No one... Oh, okay, we've got a bit of a gank up here in the top lane as Dyna Google's sword does go down to first blood, but is shortly followed by D on the Lash.
This mid... They're on opposite sides right now. They are...
Oh, shit. A classic little do-si-do. We've got some line dancing in the mid lane as Drug or Not flashes to stay alive, and Tempo Melon takes a brick to the face from the tower, but a flash forward and an auto!
Oh!
There's the kill. That's the tempo we're talking about. Sweet as a melon, fast as a race car. Tempo Melon gets themselves on the board.
Yeah, and this is your window. No 6 on the Swain. There's no risk of walking up for that trade, and if you could stay ahead as Lux, we know how dangerous Lux can be when she has a gold lead, and big play there, knowing when you're strong in the game and punishing Swain's weak point in the game. That was awesome.
Yeah, really just sharp plays right there.
100 gold lead.
That flash kill on that Lux brought to you by the same person who was flashing and killing on Cho'Gath, so you can still see their
this
spirit.
Isn't a tank. Okay, something has to be said. Tempo Melon's champion pool is Cho'Gath, Scion, Lux.
Yeah, obviously, big.
One of these is not like the other.
Nonsense, clear as day. None of these are not like the other. They're all exactly the same.
They're all League of Legends champions. They do share that.
Yeah, and they all belong in the mid lane all the time.
Yes. True.
Yeah, very curious about how Tempo Melon kind of got to be where they are today.
Was there like a conversation last game where they were like, either Scion or Lux?
It's one of those two. They fill the same role, right?
Yeah, pretty much same thing. Exactly the same.
Top
Nice trading here in the top lane.
Just bonking each other, although Mundo's kind of getting slapped around. A gank in the mid lane. Tempo Melon will want
no flash.
No flash. And
getting the wave.
Both teams
I like the wherewithal to be like, let's get the wave. Yeah, they're like, let's display. Oh my goodness.
These top laners. These top laners. Oh! Ooh! Humpty
that was
Dumpty
nice.
Looking good up there. Egg Boy, the flash kill. All right, we got a 3v3 around this dragon pit. A lot of poke coming out from this Caitlyn, but Tempo Melon is back. Deferred Lash is stuck in the wall, having quite a bit of trouble getting out of there. Shining finds the edge. They're going to come around into the fight. They weren't stuck at all. They were just looking for the perfect angle. They die inside of...
Yes, I believe so.
All right. 1 for 1 so far. Chill again.
Really? Get the flash there.
This
Oh
fight
my
is
gosh.
not over. Nothing chill about that.
Oh my gosh. What? This game is... Every game with them is just an absolute fist fight.
I love these teams. This is great.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is awesome to watch.
A real... Well, I started a sentence. Now I'm trying to
I was like, I don't want to interrupt. I was like, I don't want to interrupt you.
Don't worry about that. You can always interrupt. The chances that I'm saying something that's important, very low.
What are the chances that you're saying
Holy
something important?
shit. It was right there. It was right there in front of me. Well, we've got Dragon up for grabs.
This is now a 3. Swain got solo killed to start the game, and now he's 3-1. This is a tale of 2 Swains.
Swain is the manager of this baseball team, you know?
The Pill Country Pirates.
I think you're right. The baseball team is the Pill County Pirates.
Yeah, okay. There's no country with a baseball team, okay?
No.
I mean, countries have baseball teams, but not like...
Suppose in the Olympics. I don't think I've ever watched Olympic baseball.
In the Olympics?
Say again?
There's like that World Cup thing that happens, right? But is there like... Is baseball in the Olympics?
It's a great fucking question. I know basketball is.
Yes. Soccer's not, because it's just the World Cup.
I was lucky enough to go to the 2010 Olympics. The ones that were in London. Oh my God, Sejuani coming through. The ult does whiff due to a studious flash from Shining, but they have all the CC in the world. As BYS will take out their counterpart. Get themselves on the board and some doubloons in their pocket.
Yeah, that was very nice. Very good. What nice thing about the Sejuani ult is even if you don't land it, the slow still goes through, even if that happens. So, gotta be careful here a little bit as Karma, a little bit of harass. More trading in the mid lane here. So they do get a plate bot lane. It's very nice. Zeri getting off the ground early in a lane that can be very oppressive for her. But still the worry in this game, and I do think is going to be defining, is how they play around the Swain, who, you know, later in the game is going to be playing into the double melee, is going to be very strong. You know, it's going to be a little bit slingshotted by these early kills. And if there's team fights where Mundo and Sejuani are there, can they kill this Swain during that? And I think that's going to really be the crux of this game.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And that is the problem to solve. Allison.
Jane is here.
Indeed. Boy, they're doing a great job of landing a bunch of pokes on that Soraka.
Yes, could be dragon pressure here because they have managed to harass this bot lane a lot. Caden is here. It's going to be very hard for them to contest anything, and their mid does have good priority right now.
Yeah. Just gonna take this dragon.
Oh my gosh.
God damn.
Oh my gosh, double flashes.
Well, we've seen
neither one of them hesitating at all for that either. That is wild.
Yeah, they're nice with it. And both these teams are fantastic. Well, hold on now.
Soraka's here.
Hold on
Soraka's
now.
here.
Allison doing some real support shit there.
Play. Yeah, that was big. Oh, Gake in the top. There's no ward here. It's a Mordekaiser ult. There it is. Mundo should be able to ult and play this out, though. Mundo ult is one of the great stall techniques in the game. And our comms here should be saying, hey, he's coming out of this ult right now.
Wow.
Nice.
Took a lot longer to die than I thought, but no, they played that exactly.
We're both like holding our breath, like. Oh. Mundo has the optimal build, so it is very hard to kill it.
Yeah, just 3 Giants builds.
It just game design 101 is. Oh.
Wow, there's the full combo from Tempo Melon, but Scion just has power behind those hits.
Yeah, Swain is pretty good too.
Sorry, that's right. Still thinking about game 2 where there was a Scion in the mid lane. Not
both of them,
quite
both
so
those statements
wrong.
would have been true. Yeah, both statements are true.
You know what I was gonna say? I was gonna say packs a punch, and I was thinking who punches? Scion punches a lot, and then
Scion punches. He does. He does indeed.
Well, here we are. Baseball is an Olympic sport this rotation. Lunar Day, thank you so much.
I think flag football is also, right?
No way. I know lacrosse is for the first
so.
time since like 2002.
I believe flag football is on there.
That's fascinating. That seems like such a gymnasium activity.
Yeah.
But so does handball,
I
to be fair. And handball can get pretty crazy.
I have said I said someone asked me what one of my goals was for the year, and it was to play in a flag football league.
Nice.
I've not made any attempt at making this goal happen, but
Sure, yeah. We're still in the first third of the year.
it's still early in the year. It's early in the year. Yeah.
Yeah, you got all summer, you got all fall. I think our peak flag football times. Wow. From a screen away, Muldrifter trying to pull that off.
Pop.
But BYS, I mean, just given the room to play around, BYS is doing a great job taking all that space. This would be a tough gank to pull off.
I think the Lash needs stacks. I think he's thinking maybe I just dip over. And actually, they're getting low, so
It'll just be a flat out kill. Different Lash does need stacks. Did you get the ult?
nice.
So funny. Although I guess it probably would have been hard for him to get the actual kill, but
Good damage there on the Soraka.
very, very nice. Lunar Days, while you're looking at that list, anything else unexpected on this upcoming Olympics? Just so that we can give people, you know, a good 2 years heads up. We won't be too surprised.
I need to prepare myself.
Okay, Vega.
Yes.
You have one goal for the rest of your life, and it is to somehow participate on an Olympic team, even if you're on the bench.
Curling.
Buddy, you and me both, and we will be on the
I'm
same
telling you
lineup.
right now. I'm telling you right now.
Dude, there are 50-year-olds.
I knew where you were going with it. I'm telling you right now. I've watched it.
Yes.
And this gets into the realm of I could land a plane.
Yes.
Kind of thing. But like, I'm telling you, if I had time, if I could dedicate my time, I feel like I could do it. I'm not saying I win gold. I'm not saying I win gold.
No, but you get there. You get there.
I think I could get there.
I love it. By the way, I've talked to just people who have nothing to do with League of Legends. I have talked about your could you land a plane conversation. It's one of my favorite ones.
There's a game now actually on Steam. I can't remember the name.
Oh,
where one of you is the air traffic controller.
Yes.
Yeah, and the other one is
Yes.
That is like prime. If I had a real air traffic controller, I could 100% do it.
Wait, when that comes out, maybe we should play that on the stream.
We should play it.
That's very fun. Really take you to task. Oh, here we go. Big fights happening. Lots of abilities. You got your front lines. You got your back lines. You got Bloodlust in the air as the Kane dives in. Does not commit to the pit. Will run away and understandably slow. That health bar cannot take the spanking that Kappalongus is willing to dish out right now. And everyone is pretty much just showing off for each other as there are no bodies hitting the floor right now. Muldrifter, though, maybe thinking about it. Nope, but we got a dragon on the table, and maybe that's what a team will pivot towards.
Yeah, now there's no Sueno. I do think the comp for Red Side is significantly better if there's no ults. Like, Kane obviously needs that ult to play. I think Swain would very much like to have the ult to play. Whereas the other side, you know, Lux is still very good here at harassing. I think Sejuani is still a good champion. Now, they are in a little bit of a disadvantage here because of the harass from Karma. It doesn't look like their bot lane's able to escape the lane to help right now, which does make this a lot harder. So, Karma a little bit caught here.
Yeah, Chilligan is going to get pushed off, but actually Muldrifter's opened up a potential path to the back line. Let's see. Sort of pulled back. We've got normal-ish fight lines. 2 people hit by that Lux ult. The heal is going to go down. In the top lane, a kerfuffle as well. This is such a long fight for no kills. Both these teams are doing a great job of knowing when to retreat, when to try and push. But this 1v1, Egg Boy really looking for it, and they're going to find it.
Mordekaiser getting huge in this game will be very tough to deal with. There's a lot of champions in this comp that if ulted by Mordekaiser can get absolutely blown up. Namely, Soraka, Lux do not want to be trapped in that ultimate.
Riddle me this.
Now,
Soraka is ulted by Mordekaiser, then ults. Does it affect the team outside?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. You're asking me a question I don't know. I played a lot of Riftbound lately.
Sorry, this is an incredible fight that's happening, by the way.
Oh my god.
Holy shit. And a
Shit.
teleport.
Oh my god, and a TP. Hold on, it ain't over.
Who is this? It's Mordekaiser. Speak of the devil. Swain's gonna flash forward. They're gonna take the Lux ult in the exact way that you described earlier. Now Muldrifter though, don't know. Taking a lot of damage. They will go down. Wow.
Oh my goodness, what a fight.
And now into a dragon. They want it.
We need the second dragon. We talked about dragon stacking being very important in these games, and now we are going to get a second dragon from the side of Hill Country Pirate. I'm not saying it like that for any specific reason. I like the name.
You know, the more you insist that you like the name, I think people are
I like the name. I genuinely like it.
Okay, we believe you.
I
10 minutes
am
ago.
trying to be sure that it is known
Now I'm just
that I
like,
do.
It's kind of like a 50-50. No, it's a great name. Hill Country Pirates have done a great job naming your team.
It is a good name. I like it. The logo's awesome.
It is. It is. It's great. And we're getting to see
just
the
saying
Swain.
also, Hill County Pirates would also be a good name.
I'm just saying, it would
I'm just
also
saying, if you had a sister
so
team,
cool.
if you had like a sister team, they could be called that.
Cut to Vega printing merch for himself that says Hill County Pirates. Just the most
blue
passive
Swain.
aggressive.
It's just like Swain in the exact same logo, but like slightly different color.
Legally distinct, as we like to say.
Yeah. They're not even the same name.
No, it's completely different, Your Honor, as I was reminded multiple times. Well, that looks to be a Rift Herald that has gone over to the blue team. Oh, got the little root there. BYS doing a fantastic job of playing around in the bush. Of course, there's a ward in there, so they might as well be anywhere else. But regardless, oh, Deondelash. Lux and Soraka look a wee bit similar out of the corner of my eye, so I did think that was a Soraka for a hot second, but it's not. Muldrifter doing a great job of harassing.
Got the Heartsteel stack worth.
Oh, always.
Super worth, super worth.
100%.
I do say the 2v2 in this spot is kind of hard because it is very hard to make inroads on this Caitlyn. You have no way of like holding them still, and she outranges you, and we kind of see that a couple times during this. Is that? Oh, I have to be so careful. Caitlyn is up.
We got it. Oh,
Oh!
tower. The
tower push her around. Oh,
brutal.
that is brutal.
Oh. It especially hurts because you want to be there for your support in the ways that they've been there for you, and sometimes you just can't.
Yeah, BYS actually stands for bring your support, and now that's not true. I don't know if that's true. It might be true. I don't want to say it's not true. It could be true.
It could be true. Yeah, who knows? Maybe
They know.
Allison
They
and
probably
BYS
know.
have been working together for a long time.
That's possible.
Allison's been.
If Allison were playing Yumi, bring your support would make a lot of
That would
sense.
make a ton of sense. You'd bring your support everywhere.
You are actually physically bringing them.
So this
Which my cat walks around my house. Can we just talk about Yumi could walk. She could walk.
yes, that Yumi is being very obstinate. It's
She also is on a flying book. There's so many problems with this.
Yeah, I don't really. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know anything about the lore of Yumi. Whoa,
I'd say
BYS going in
it's
deep.
not a
They're
book.
gonna have to commit to this. They get the slow. I mean,
Oh my
that's how
gosh.
you Zeri. That's how you close
That is
the
Zeri. And that they need Zeri to have gold in this game. The way they win fights in this game is kiting out, letting Zeri make plays like that. And the more gold she gets, the more options she has to do things like that, the better it will be for them. And good angle, seeing an opportunity to make a big play like that, taking it, puts Zeri in a good position, and keeps him in this game.
That it does. Ooh,
Oh.
Jill again.
Karma Connier is going to be a root.
Now they've got the numbers, but oh my god, Chilligan
Oh my gosh.
is gonna force the flash. We get another shield up. I mean, they're using so much. Oh my god.
They're out. This Sejuani investing the flash there.
The
I think
flash,
it's
the
fine.
ult,
You do
and
get a
both
flash.
charges of smite.
That is true. There is. It should be back up for this dragon, I think. But they do get some pressure mid here. I do think investing the flash a hair too far. But also, if you get it, you know, you're like, you know, it's worth probably if you do get the kill. I understand doing it. But this is going to be a big point in this game where we are on the soul point soon. I don't think they're in a great position to contest right now. They still, Mundo really wants to get that second item. You know, you want to scale there. Lux would very much like to have that second item. Good news is there's not a lot of hard engage on the other side. You are in a situation where if you're able to keep them at arm's length, that's like Lux Zeri, it can be kind of hard to play the game.
Yeah.
We're going to push them in this pit a little bit here. They're investing the TP. 5v5. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a big 5v5. We've got
Moldrither
it.
ulted.
Kaiser ulted. I can't quite catch who he grabbed. Dion Glass takes a lot of damage, but does get into Allison and is going to complete the assassination. BYS still alive, looking to take out Kane there, and they will do it. 2 for 1 so far. Drug or not, looking to get another one on the board. Tempo Melon taken out by their Paramore. BYS doing a fantastic job kiting, but look at how much health is left on Egg Boy. But they find the low health targets in the back line. Show us what's cool. BYS is going to get taken down there. Mundo on the other end, a 5 for 1. What a crazy
That's the range
fight.
difference.
Yes.
Yeah, the end there is just the range difference. They get the W, they think, oh, I can go over this walls area, I can get these kills. This is a pop-off moment, but the range is just a little bit too high there. The flash was up for Caitlyn. She's able to get away from that. It's pretty big. And the Mordekaiser ult is huge. Ult's the Sejuani. There's no contest over the soul. The soul point. They're able to just get the dragon, and that fight kind of broke out in the way that they would love. They were able to ball up on them because of an objective, right? Whenever there's an objective you're, competing over, you don't really need an engage tool because the enemy team is going to have to stand close enough to contest that objective. So when you get down to the soul point and you're the team that's playing the comp that kind of wants to play off, oh, I see a little bit of fighting here. No, it just looks like it's going to be contest on the camp.
Yeah, we've got Baron up on the table. I mean, no surprise, we've got so many.
Oh
my. That is, that hurts.
Yeah, that one hurts. That one.
Great steal there. Great steal by the Lash.
Just Kane, thanks.
Just just Kane things.
If Zeri can get to that Infinity Edge, there is a window of there is no lockdown CC. We've seen this 1,000 times where Zeris are just able to play team fights and almost 1v9 in the game.
Yeah.
There is always that possibility.
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of damage there. But this Caitlyn is also almost 3 items, and Caitlyn can carry with the best of them.
That's a good slow right there. BYS thinks about going into it. They got a kite through the Swain, and deeper glass.
Oh, that
knock
knockup.
Back end too. It's hard to do anything with a flank like that, as the Pirates are just going to cut through the competition, take down a tower to boot. Did they push or did they go to Baron? What do you think?
They're going to push, it looks like. I think this call is fine right now. Biggest thing, the wave is gone. I don't know, so we're in a strange place, but we'll get out just fine here. That's just unfortunate timing there. They do think they find a window onto Caitlyn there to start the fight, but right as it starts, immediately the enemy team is collapsing on that play, and now this gold lead is blown open. They will not start the Baron, so no huge thing taken there, but they do get the mid-inner and a lot of gold onto their team. We're watching this Zeri so close to Infinity Edge now, but not quite there, and that's the break point they need. They need to get 3 items onto the Zeri and play for her.
Yes, they really do. And I mean, yeah, again, BYS does have the hands for this. I'm thinking back to 2 team fights ago where they did go for those 2 low health targets. And it was an understandable choice because if Zeri's able to get those kills, that fight does look very different. And even how this last fight started too, Zeri, by its very nature, Zeri has to take a risk in the way that they fight, especially into long range teams such as this. So it's just on BYS to try and find that right moment. But at a certain point, you just got to say, let's flip the coin and let's see what happens.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to Chilligan in this game. Their laning phase was not like insanely anything to write home about, but 0-0-11 on this Karma, and it has been clutch in keeping a lot of plays going, has gotten a lot of summoners off people, and has made a lot of these fights very good. The engages have been awesome, the speed ups and things like that, providing their team comp something it's really missing. And this Karma really doing a good job of showing the versatility of the pick, right? Totally. Between like, I can disengage, I can help with engage, I can shield, I can harass, you know.
Oh, that whole pattern where they took out the smites and ults and flash of the Sejuani, and they themselves survived. I mean, it's no question how much value Chilligan is creating on the field here. And you 2v1 the Swain. He's 6-1-6, still very strong. Let's see what can happen. They're starting to peel off, starting to run away. Not sure if they can do it.
No anti-heal. They have to kite this ult out there. Your opportunity to win this is if the ult runs out. Unfortunately, when you're... Okay, there it is. Here's your opportunity.
Yes. Yes, and they were waiting for it. They timed it perfectly. A teleport is coming in. Who is this? This is the 8-1-0 Mordekaiser. Now you run away. You can't kill this guy. Not at that level of health. Allison might have to find another way around. They are going to successfully disengage, but they're going to leave their opponents on the doorstep of this Baron.
Yeah, and I like the beginning of that play. You do have Warmogs also on Mundo here, so he'll be just fine. He's going to sustain up. The question now is you have to know the Baron is getting started, because you invest a lot. There's no TP on Lux since she's bot. Oh, no.
Oh, brutal. They see her. They're going to commit to this. That's going to be Baron. Oh. I mean, Moldrifter.
Oh, he almost gets in there in time.
Not able to get it. Does flash away and is going to pull.
Oh, there will be a silence here.
They can actually. Wait, this is perfect for BYS.
Oh, that pull.
Oh, that pull is devastating. They're going to flash away.
Oh, BYS is still dealing damage here.
BYS is still living, but it's just not enough. A triple kill for the Kane. Huge, huge moment as he's able to follow them over the wall, keep that fight going in the jungle, and now it's just going to be up to this Lux to stop a Baron-empowered wave being supported by a team with soul. Pushing down, taking towers, cracking inhibs. Vega, is there a chance, or is this the end of the series?
I'm going to think this is probably the end here. This is Karma with this soul, which is significantly better than last game's setup with it. There are champions spawning, but it might be too little too late. The Nexus under fire here, and I think that's going to be all she wrote.
As the
Hill County Pirates.
God damn it. As the team that won wins, we celebrate their victory in this incredible
beautiful. That was beautiful.
Best of 3 series. God, what a match. Absolutely fantastic. It had everything you could ever want. It had comebacks. It had, the swings back and forth of 2 very evenly matched teams. Congratulations to both of these teams. They're absolutely fantastic. Put on a real clinic. And I don't even know what else there is to say, except that we will be bringing more delightful League of Legends to you tomorrow, maybe the day after as well. Vega, any thoughts from you just about anything? Life, investing advice, whatever you'd like to say.
I'm very hungry.
Yeah.
But that was an awesome series. That's why you cast right there. That's why you play the game. Awesome series, back and forth. Both teams played extremely well at different points in the series. Yeah, I'm just excited. I'm so excited for a low-budget LCS to be back. First week, so nothing definitive yet. Just a lot of really good games. So yeah, really excited for what's to come.
Delightful. We are going to raid a channel. And none of our usual suspects are online, so we've We are randomly rating the first person that when I clicked raid channel, they have 13 viewers, and it looks like they've been live for either 2.5 hours or 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's one of those, so...
Is one of the numbers going up?
All right. Yep. It's 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you for helping that out.
No problem. I'm happy to help.
All right, folks. We will catch you later. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Bye-bye.